It's a battle of new versus old as the Cedar Creek Pirates take on the Edison Eagles here at the 2022 Battle at the Beach in Ocean City, New Jersey. Live alongside George McNally for the final game of the weekend on a beautiful day. The sun is setting. It's a little cloudy, but hey, we have great football weather to open up here in week 0 of the 2022 high school football season. Cedar Creek opening up the 22 campaign, coming off a 13-0 perfect regular season in 2021, capped off with a regional title by the Pirates in the South Central Group 3 regional bowl game. But they have a lot of new faces after graduating many seniors on both sides of the ball. Meanwhile, Edison, a 7-4 campaign in 2021, losing to Toms River North in the South Jersey Group 5 semifinals. Will return a veteran group as they look to finish on top in their section this season. George, we have a good one here to conclude this epic weekend of high school football.
Yeah, I got to tell you what, if you had an apartment or a hotel room down here this weekend, you could definitely be entertained. Last game was a great game with Holy Spirit winning at the buzzer with a field goal, and a lot of good competition. There's a lot of athletes out here tonight. We don't know what to make of Cedar Creek. We'll figure that as we go along. I looked down the roster to see if there was another Melton on the roster. Didn't see one, so a new name's going to pop up tonight for Cedar Creek to be successful.
No doubt, of course, the legendary Melton family. Bo Melton now with the Seattle Seahawks. Max Melton still up at Rutgers University. Edison will kick off to begin this evening's contest as Jordan White will lay the toe to the leather. And Cedar Creek will put 3 men back for return purposes to open up this final game of the Battle at the Beach 2022. That ball is going to flutter into the end zone for a touchback. And Cedar Creek will start with the football as Zaire Pilgrim watched it go over his head. Here comes the Pirates offense, led by junior quarterback Billy Smith, taking over for J.C. Landancini, who was a tremendous quarterback for the Pirates just last season, but he'll be the new starter, staying at 5'11", 180 pounds. But he's got help in the backfield. Number 8, Mekhi Harvey, the senior, at 306 yards and 4 touchdowns last fall. As Smith starts out in the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw on first down, throws to the right side. That is incomplete. Looking for Darius Benjamin, the sophomore. Not corralled that one in. 2nd down coming up for Cedar Creek.
Well, as they line up on the line, you can see Edison does have an advantage for size up front. So not a surprise to see him go to the air early, although they have to run the ball a little bit. But it was there. You know, first game, opening jitters, maybe the receiver just didn't cut out enough to be able to make a complete pass. 2nd
and 10 now for Cedar Creek. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Smith, the handoff to Harvey, bouncing off to the left side, and he'll be brought down by a host of Eagle defenders, led there by Adekunle Shatu, the senior for Edison. 12 career sacks to his name as he stops Harvey there for a gain of, we'll call it 3.
Yeah, no, it's not a manageable 3rd down, but it's something they can work with. Be interesting to see if Edison comes with any kind of extra rusher, or they just bring the 4 and drop into coverage.
3rd and 7 now for the Pirates as they break the huddle. Smith coming out in the shotgun again with Harvey to his right. Smith rolling to his right, looking to throw. Downfield, and he's got a man. That is reeled in right there by Zaire Pilgrim, his first catch of the season. Edison calling it for it to be out of bounds, and they will rule it incomplete.
Yeah, he just got that toe out of bounds, made a real nice catch, and got the foot down, but just wasn't able to get the whole thing in bounds.
Good attempt there from Pilgrim. Ball a little bit too far outside, and it'll be a 3 and out for Cedar Creek.
But Cedar Creek moved the pocket, and now it gives their quarterback a little extra protection there. Again, just a little off with a couple of passes early. Hopefully, as the game goes on, to be able to dial that up.
Matthew Best to punt it away for Cedar Creek. High snap. Just gets it away. A fluttering kick. Fair catch called, and there might be some interference here. Looking for a flag. There is one as that ball is going to drop just across the 50-yard line. Like Jameel Parrott right there got nailed.
I couldn't tell what was going on. I'm following the punt. Then there's a scrum on the ground, and the ball hasn't even gotten there yet. Yeah, so they're going to get some pretty good field position to start this drive.
Rough break right there for Cedar Creek.
Trying to tell if there's much wind out there right now, because that punt did hang up, and they were kicking against the wind, so that does explain a little bit. Even that opening kickoff getting into the end zone.
Yeah, it looks like based on the flag from our vantage point, it is blowing in the face of Matthew Best. So it is. So it looks like Edison is going with the wind here, but they're going to be on offense for the first time in this contest, as we have just over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line of Cedar Creek as Matthew Yasko breaks the huddle for Edison, the senior quarterback. 20 touchdown passes last year, nearly 2,300 yards. And he comes out in the shotgun to open things up on 1st and 10. Stansberry goes in motion from left to right. Play fake. Throw out to Stansberry. He's got the edge on the sideline. Down the field to the 20 and knocked out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Nice little pitch and catch there from Yasko to Stansberry.
Yeah, set up well. Because the pass was at the line of scrimmage, or maybe a little behind, the receiver was able to get a seal block on the outside. Pass wasn't great, but it was good enough for him to get on the edge.
One play and a quick first down for Edison.
He's got some big targets on the perimeter, too.
Ball spotted just outside the 15-yard line. Yasko in the shotgun again. Takes it, looking, quick throw, right side, reeled in again. And that is Michael Strachan with the reception. It'll be second down.
Can't tell if that's a 4 or a 7 out there.
2nd and 3.
Yeah, right now the cushion Cedar Creek's given to the receivers is giving them easy catches right now. So now you see a double move or some kind of fake from the quarterback that'll set up a tighter coverage.
2nd and 3 now for Yasko. Setting Stansberry in motion. Yasko, hands off, up the gut. Ball might have come out. Cedar Creek says they have it, but they might be ruled down here. Going to wait on the call.
Hand off to number 8.
Wow.
Kier
Ito with the carry.
Saying he was down.
44, Justin Garcia.
And looks like he did put one on the carpet, but yeah, he got lucky there. An elbow or a knee definitely touched before. He coughed it up. Just shy of the first down, though. 3rd and 1 coming up now for Edison.
3rd and
That's a nice play there by the defensive line for Cedar Creek. They are a little outsized. Someone put their helmet on the ball and was able to knock it loose.
Working from inside the 10-yard line, Yasko in the shotgun again, 3rd and 1. Takes it. Handoff, right side, cutting up, crossing the goal line. Touchdown, Edison.
He put his hand down to keep that knee off the ground and stretch that ball across the line.
Jamil Parrott with the touchdown. And Edison strikes first.
Yeah, they had the short field, an effective first couple passes, and then got lucky maybe with the non-fumble, but was able to put it in the end zone after.
Selvin Sevilla on the 10-point after.
Selbin Sabio for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is on the way, and it is good. 7-0. Edison on top with 9:51 to go here in the first quarter. Time now to mention some of our sponsors for today's broadcast on Cape Atlantic League Live. Short True Value Hardware in Summers Point hopes that you will continue to shop locally. They offer friendly service and expert advice. At Shore Hardware, they'll do anything to help. They're open weekdays until 7, Saturdays until 6, and Sundays until 4. Help is just around the corner at Shore True Value Hardware, 515 New Road in Summers Point. Phone number 609-927-6464, or visit them online at shorehardware.com. Johnson's Popcorn is known all over the Delaware Valley, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. They are open all year at 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone number 1-800-842-2676, or go online at johnsonspopcorn.com to place your order. Johnson's Popcorn since 1940.
Little twist to the game over there. The Edison cheerleaders did 7 push-ups after the touchdown. You see that from mascots sometimes. If it's a big score, they're going to get quite a workout out of it.
Well, I'll tell you what, those cheerleaders are probably going to be the best competition cheerleaders later in the season. How about that? They think can score a lot.
There you go.
Sabio to kick it deep for Edison. 3 men back to return for Cedar Creek. Onside kick. Surprise one, and we're immediately going to get a procedure flag. That did not go far enough. And actually, remember, we might get somebody offsides right there.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, frustration from the Edison special teams there.
Yeah, it ended up going far enough. But, yeah, they just were way across that line before we even touched the ball.
Offside against kicking team.
There might even been a little blocking. You're not allowed to block there on that to the receiver.
No, these onside kicks are very wacky nowadays. You really have to hope your kicker gets a nice little touch, gets some nice touch on it.
Yep. Now this is an opportunity for Cedar Creek to get some field position.
So back the ball up to the 35-yard line. 9:51 to play, first quarter. Edison Eagles on top, 7-0 over Cedar Creek. Sabio, the run up again, and this time he will boot it deep. They're going to watch it fly as Zaire Pilgrim again lets that one flutter to the end zone. It rolls out of the back, another touchback, and Cedar Creek's offense is back on the field following their 3 and out to open up today's contest.
Not sure if there's another flag back here.
Well, Sabio did just pick it up. I wonder if it fell out of the referee's pocket. We're waiting on if there's going to be any type of call here.
Yeah, okay, he just dropped it. You don't see that very often.
No, you don't. It's like me dropping my wallet.
No, you're right there. For my wallet, the flag might be more valuable.
Cedar Creek sets up from the 20-yard line.
See if they start on the ground. At least they gain some ground running it last play, the one play last drive.
Smith will shovel pass forward. Might get a few yards out of this one as Darius Benjamin gets up around near the 25-yard line. Host of Edison defenders bringing him down.
Yeah, you can't complain. 5 yards on first down. Now this sets up the run or pass option, so maybe they move the pocket a little bit. Much better start to this drive.
Ball spot at the 25-yard line. Cedar Creek head coach Jim Melody in his 3rd season now, 16-5 overall as head coach. As we mentioned before, 13-0 for Cedar Creek in 2021, winning the South Central Group 3 regional title. 2nd and 5 for Billy Smith and company. The handoff up the gut goes to Harvey, and he gets blasted right at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. Edison's front wall of a defensive line is quite massive.
Yeah, you called that right. There was nothing there. They just pinched in at the center, and he just didn't make a cut. Couldn't see a cut to get outside.
Sebastian Vera on the stop there for Edison, the big 5'11", 257-pound sophomore for the Edison Eagles.
No gain on the play.
So Harvey got back to the original line of scrimmage, but that is it. 3rd and 5 for Cedar Creek.
Last time, Edison just came with 4. Now they're going with a 3-down lineman, it looked like, so I wonder if they bring an extra from the linebackers.
Smith back to throw on 3rd down, stepping up, pressure coming. He's flushed out to the left side now. Smith is going to be blasted for a huge loss. My goodness gracious, a huge hit.
And completely legal, too. He had his helmet up, face up. He could see what he was hitting. One of the Edison defenders had him by the feet, and he was just standing there as a target for the defender to come get him.
Well, that sack will set him back all the way to the 20-yard line. 4th and 10. There's nothing going on right now for the Cedar Creek offense.
Yeah, right now size is just winning up front.
Best on to punt. That punt also nearly blocked. It's going to flutter in the air, and it looks like Edison's going to stay away from it again.
Yeah, I don't know how he's gotten either of those punts off.
Goes out of bounds.
There's lots of pressure off that right edge.
So Edison's going to take over now.
Even better field position this time than last drive.
Eagles take over at the 38-yard line.
Opportunity to give you one of our sponsors for today's broadcast on Cable Atlantic League Live. Shoppies is even better online. You may know their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but you can order whatever you need at Shoppy.com. Remember, you are not presenting the best trophy if it's not a Shoppy trophy. Phone number 609-653-1684. Shoppies since 1921, starting a new century. First and 10 for Yasko and company. He's back to throw, looking downfield. That one is incomplete, nearly picked off. Justin Castillo batted it out of the air, and boy, he had nothing but green grass in front of him if he managed to pull that one in.
Yeah, that's 2 almost turnovers for Cedar Creek. They're going to need those breaks right now because the offense is sputtering early in the season. I'm sure things will turn around, but the defense could have made a couple plays there and just out of their reach.
On second and 10, Yasko sends Stansberry in motion. We had some early motion on the right side. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, very similar play. They scored their touchdown, different direction. Little forward pitch there to the receiver cutting across the line.
2nd and 15.
Now this becomes a big play for Cedar Creek. They need to get off the field. 2nd and 15. Try to keep them to a minimum gain here so that way it becomes harder for them to convert the first down.
2nd and 15 now for Edison. 7:16 to go first quarter. They lead 7-0. Jamil Parrott, the lone touchdown scorer for Edison on the previous drive. Yasko sends Stansberry in motion. Takes it. The handoff and nowhere to go. Look out. Malik Moore Summers with a huge tackle for loss as Nakir Ito is going to go completely backwards into opposing territory.
Yeah, another very nice play. He got off that ball quick. He was almost in the backfield before the handoff could happen.
This is gut check time now for Edison. That ball spotted just inside the 49-yard line.
Now getting some pressure up front so that way Edison isn't able to sit there and just pick apart their secondary. Getting some pressure, getting to him quickly, making him move his feet would be important.
3rd and 21. Stansberry, the motion man again. Yasko, option, going to run it himself across the 45-yard line, dives close to the 40. Well shy of the first down. Good stand there by the Cedar Creek defense. Punting unit comes on now. Mike Sears, the one walking gingerly right there for Cedar Creek, but he's going to stay out of the field. Here comes Selvin Sabio on the punting unit for the Eagles.
A little surprised they didn't try and stretch the field a little, but it's conservative, and they are up 7-0. Now they have the win, able to pin Cedar Creek back again.
Darius Benjamin and Aleem Parks back to return this punt for Cedar Creek. Sabio, rugby style, punts it away. And a good catch there by Benjamin. He's going to start cutting now to the right side, but good coverage by the Edison special teams. Host of Eagles bring him down well inside the 10-yard line, back towards the 5, and now Cedar Creek has a lot of work to do on this next drive.
Yeah, no, he caught it right on the sideline. Had a nice block down there to get free at first, but he was running laterally, and Edison was able to cut that off.
A little confusion right there. Winning teams know that the key to success is getting the job done right the first time. For over 100 years, Calvi Electric has applied that philosophy to their business to offer an unparalleled level of electrical expertise and service to every single customer. Now you can bring Calvi's expertise into your home for your electrical problems or improvements, and they can install solar panels that will save you money. Make Calvi Electric a part of your winning team. Call 609-345-0151 or visit calvielectric.com. Nick Costco alongside George McNally for this contest here today at Ocean City High School, Cary Stadium. Battle of the Beach, final game of the weekend. Edison leads this one 7-0, coming all the way down south, taking on South Jersey Power Cedar Creek.
And Cedar Creek's pinned back on their own 5-yard line, it looks like back there.
Let's see what Billy Smith can do. He'll take it, looking to throw. Aaron went out right sideline, and it is incomplete. Looking for a Pilgrim. Miscommunication there. Was not looking for the ball right away. Second down now.
Yeah, and that ball kind of floated a little out of bounds, and he's throwing against the wind right now. They'll get the win in the second quarter.
Second and 10. Juan Palmer's going to check out for Cedar Creek. Trips to the right now for the Pirates. Smith takes it, pumps, hands off, right up the gut. This is Harvey, makes a couple cuts. Mackay Harvey getting out to the 15-yard line, close to the first down. We'll see where they spot him. But a nice little run there for Harvey, his first positive gain of the day.
Yeah, nice hole too, but you're right. He put his foot in the ground and made one defender miss, and then he got upfield to get the yards for the first down. Big run there. They needed to get out of their own end zone.
Officially a first down there for the Pirates, so finally they move the chains for the first time this evening.
Yeah, the couple quality things they've had offensively been on the ground. I know they want to pass, but maybe use the run to set up the pass.
As we know, running the football definitely is good for clock control as well.
That's for sure.
Under 5 minutes to go, first quarter. The Pirates made a nice stop on the previous drive, holding the Edison offense to a punt. First and 10 now. Smith hands off left side. This is Harvey trying to get to the edge, makes a cut. Harvey cutting back inside, brought down near the 25. Nice gain again. Second down coming up for the Pirates as Sebastian Vera again on that stop there for Edison.
I think they ended up getting a first down there, it looks like. But nice downfield blocking by the receiver, too. That's when you're able to stretch the play out, get a few more yards if you're blocking off the line, too.
Good stretch there by Harvey. First and 10 now from the 25.
Yeah, two very nice plays for him.
Harvey had 306 yards and 4 touchdowns last season, but he was playing behind Jaquan Howard. Star running back for the Pirates, undefeated team last year. Smith looking to throw. Left side, that one's reeled in. And being shoved out of bounds goes Aline Parks.
Yeah, nicely thrown there. Thought there might be a penalty. No.
And 5.
I saw a gain of 5 there for Parks.
Referee's talking, but I don't see a flag. Yeah, nicely done. Again, the threat of the run gets them on the line a little bit more and enabled them to get that ball quickly.
Parks reeled in 20 balls last year for 200 yards. So you're trying to replace a lot of production from last season. Second and 5. Smith takes it. It's a fake, and this is going to be Darius Benjamin to the left side. He broke free down the sideline. Benjamin still going across midfield and finally shoved out of bounds into Edison territory.
Nicely done. I thought the ball was coming to the sideline too, and all of a sudden you see him going down the opposite.
Well, if they could fool the press box, then I think the defense is quite fooled as well.
Yeah, that was nicely done. Again, they had the one pass play, but using the run to set up the pass is definitely a formula for success right now, at least.
Darius Benjamin for Cedar Creek, the sophomore, got up to the Edison 47-yard line. He sports the number 3 worn by Cedar Creek legend JoJo Bermudez, now over with the Cincinnati Bearcats playing in the American Athletic Conference, soon to be Big 12.
Oh, yeah.
First and 10. Smith sends Benjamin in motion. He's back. Screen pass coming here. It's Harvey picking it up, and he'll be brought down right near the line of scrimmage. Edison was able to snuff it out.
It was set up nicely, but one of the defensive linemen just got a tip on that ball, and he had to hold up a minute before he could catch the ball, and that allowed the defense to converge.
Okay, Israel Rodriguez in on that stop for for Edison. It's going to end up being a loss of 1. Well, the Pirates taking their time right now on this drive. Good mixture so far. First time they've been in opposing territory.
maybe the first drive they had a first down in.
That you are correct. A little over 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Smith throws over the middle. That's batted in the air off the fingertips of Aline Parks. Incomplete, third down now.
He's got a good arm. He put some zip on that ball there. It was there. It could have been caught, but it was in traffic.
Seems like those plays over the middle or these short little dump-off passes are there for the Pirates right now.
Yeah, well, that big defensive line there for Edison. Tough to keep the quarterback clean for too long.
3rd and 11. Let's see what Cedar Creek decides here. Important play of the drive.
Yeah, see if they can pick up a few yards. You could go for it on 4th down there. Edison's offense seemed to have some rhythm, but last series.
We're going to get a flag, and looks like it's going to be a sideline warning across the way for Edison. Referees will back them up, so we'll halt the game for the moment. Zoom action here, 3rd and 11. Smith dropping straight back, stepping up in the pocket, and he's going to be brought down. His helmet came off too on that sack. That is Chateau. Another one. Goodness gracious.
I know. I just saw the helmet come flying out of there. It looked like it was a legal hit. There's no flag. But they brought a couple extra people there, and they just couldn't block them all.
Adekunle Chateau, the senior for Edison, 6'1", 242. Came into today with 12 career sacks. Career sack number 13 are right there as a drive Cedar Creek all the way back to their own 45-yard line. And Matt Best comes on the punt.
Now let's see if he can get this one off. That right edge has been coming after him the first couple of punts.
Best got that one away. And it's going to be returned. Quick one, though. That'll be up to around the 40-yard line there as Aiden Woomer was on the return for Edison. And that's where they are going to set up shop close to midfield. Eagles have another chance to add to their lead with 1:10 to go here in the first quarter. If you are planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. Halliday Leonard will consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your IDs together and take them to Halliday Leonard at 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or phone them at 398-5737. This is Stansberry coming off to the near side, and he is close to a first down. Good play by the wide receiver to get a good chunk of yardage on that first play of the drive.
Yeah, that's the 3rd time they've tried that. One for the touchdown was successful, so they seem to like that quite a bit. But on that last punt, Zaire Pilgrim, number 1 for Cedar Creek, did a nice job of picking up the right edge guy coming after the punt. Allowed him to get it off a little bit more comfortably this time.
And definitely the size advantage up front definitely goes to Edison at the moment. This is a veteran group up front, led by the left tackle, Israel Rodriguez. Matt Pismino, the center, senior center for Edison as well, snaps it to Yasko, who hands it off to Stansberry, cuts back to the inside, first down, breaks a tackle, and it gets down to the 45-yard line, tackled by a couple Pirates. It'll be an Edison first down, under a minute to go, first quarter. They lead 7-0, and we have an injured Pirate down on the field.
Eagle, first down.
It looks like it's Zaire Pilgrim, number 1, as he throws the helmet off, and he's going to have to get checked out.
Yeah, I never like to see him when they throw the helmet off. That's not a good sign.
Looks to be in the ankle area based on our vantage point. So his left foot. Hopefully he is okay, but obviously in a bit of pain after that play on the run from Stansberry. It's time now to read off some of our other sponsors for this Cape Atlantic League live broadcast. Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th Street and the Boardwalk in Ocean City is a popular summer destination. Gillian's will be open until 10 this weekend and through Labor Day weekend. And they'll give you a chance to enjoy their amusement rides every weekend in September. The summer continues through September at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th and the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Visit them online at gillians.com.
Yeah, Pilgrim's up. He's being helped off. Doesn't look like a cramp, but the trainer didn't seem overly concerned. But sometimes those high ankle sprains can be really difficult to deal with.
Yeah, hopefully he's all right. He's being helped off right now as he limps off. See if it's hopefully just a slight ankle tweak. He'll get taped up and get back out there.
Yeah, each step looks a little better. Sometimes that's how those ankle sprains go.
Yeah, the initial shock has to wear off a little bit.
Yeah.
First down for Edison. Yasko. It's a man in motion. Handoff up the gut. That's Ito. A couple yards there. It'll be about 2nd and 7 for this next play.
Well, they certainly like to get the ball to Stansbury, whether it's throwing it to him or pitching it to him. He's been an important part of their offensive attack so far.
Yeah, Stansbury's a big target for this offense. 6'1", 165. He has been receiving some Division I offers, including from Maine, New Hampshire, and Monmouth. As we see the clock start to wind down now, 10 seconds and counting, and they're going to let this one wind down to the end of the first quarter as both teams head back to their respective sidelines. That's the end of the first. 7-0 Edison. We'll take a quick break. You're watching high school football right here on Cape Atlantic League Live.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
Second quarter action here at Ocean City High School. Edison, Cedar Creek battle the beach. Final game of the weekend. 2nd and 7 for Edison. The handoff goes up the gut, and reaching for the first down goes Jamil Barrett. And he might just be sure. Now the referee is going to signal for first down, at least on the near side here.
Yep. Little different start to attack now. Now they're trying to get on the ground a little bit, use some of that muscle. Cedar Creek hung in there in that first quarter. It started out, we thought, it could be a lot of points, but got some success offensively on the ground, but then stalled their last drive. Getting a stop here is important for you.
Nick Costco alongside George McNally for this evening's broadcast. Again, final game of the weekend here at the Battle of the Beach, hosted by the West Jersey Football Coaches Association. Second year they've done this. Tremendous event Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 1st and 10. Yasko back to throw, looking downfield, sideline, and it is incomplete. Looking for Ricky Harvey, the junior wideout.
He didn't have a big window to throw it in, but he almost dropped it in there. There were two defensive backs back there.
Yasko can really sling it there, and he just tight coverage right there, but I feel like that play's going to be there later on.
Yeah, especially if they establish the run a little bit more, get those defensive backs up to try to help with the run, then that'll open up those passes up the sideline. It's been a couple plays since Stansbury's touched the ball. I wouldn't be surprised if they're coming to him now.
Stansbury is out on the far side, so near the top of your screen. Trips to the left for Edison. On 2nd down, Yasko. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to run for a first down, a little bit more, and now he dropped the football. Looked like he was down, and I think Edison can jump back on it anyway. Looks like Matthew Yasko is enough for a first down, and Edison avoids a disaster right there.
Yeah, that's 3 almost turnovers for Cedar Creek for them to be able to upset a Group 5 team. I believe they're Group 5, right?
They are.
They need to get those breaks, but they're hanging in there. Just got to get on that ball when they get a chance to get it.
Jamal McClellan looked like the one who hit Yasko and caused that fumble. I didn't see any referee rule him down either. So I think Edison,
I think it would have counted.
I think Edison was lucky to recover that football. 1st and 10. Opening moments of this second quarter. Eagles looking to double up the lead here. Yasko's got Ito to his left in the backfield. They'll hand it to him. Right side, Ito. Head full of steam, moving up across the 15-yard line, brought down by a couple of Pirate defenders, led there by DeJuan Palmer for the Pirates.
Nothing special there, just off tackle. Just line up, hit the person in front of you, and push him off the ball.
That'll be a first down for Edison. Moving very methodically down the field right now. Ball at the 14.
Yeah, this is the first drive that they've consistently tried to run, so a little bit of a different look.
Trips to the left again, but Ito's in the backfield with Yasko. Yasko, quarterback keeper, thought about a bit of a jump pass right there, but I don't know how far he got there. Looked like he got about to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on that play. So, interesting look there from the Edison offense.
Yeah, something looked a little different there. Something he was trying, I couldn't see from the window here, what trying to do. The last time they tried to run, they ran the quarterback keeper. He had to pitch to Stansbury. The defender back went out that way, and he was able to get upfield. So that one was a little different.
They'll give Yasko a yard there, 2nd and 9. Same formation as the previous play. Creek showing blitz. Yasko looking. End zone. Incomplete. Good throw. Couldn't finish it off, though.
It was right there. That could have been caught. Maybe a little high, but that definitely could have been caught.
So that was Kevin Smith Jr., the intended receiver, on the play for Edison. That was off his hands right there, too, George. I mean, that was a good throw by Yasko right there.
I thought they were about to. I thought it was a touchdown, but and he's throwing against the wind, too, so maybe it hung up a little bit more than the receiver thought it would.
Wind doesn't seem as strong as it was from that first quarter, but it's still going in his face right now.
Yeah, at the beach at night, there's always a breeze.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can never underestimate the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
Not too far from this field. 3rd and 9. Smith, the motion man. Yasko, flush to his left, looking. He might take off and run now. He will cut up inside. He's running towards the goal line, and he is in for the touchdown. Edison tacks on another one, and Matthew Yasko runs this one in this time. 13-0 Edison.
Yeah, real nice coverage in the secondary for Cedar Creek, but they just didn't see Yasko take off. And when he decided to run, he had a little bit of speed to him and was able to get in the end zone.
Good awareness by Yasko. Got flushed out, but saw an opening, made a nice cut. Edison converts on this drive. Savio for the extra point.
Savio on to get the extra point.
Snap, hold, kick is on the way, and it is good. 14-0 Edison with 8:57 to go here in the first half. Time now to tell you about Calvi Electric. Winning teams know that the key to success is getting the job done right the first time. For over 100 years, Calvi Electric has applied that philosophy to their business to offer an unparalleled level of electrical expertise and service to every single customer. Now you can bring Calvi's expertise into your home for your electrical problems or improvements, and they can install solar panels that will save you money. Make Calvi Electric a part of your winning team. Call 609-345-0151 or visit calvielectric.com.
Well, that time the Edison decided to run the ball and was really effective with it. The possession before for Cedar Creek, they ran the ball and had some success. So on the ground, it has definitely led to whatever successes two teams have had, a little different scoring abilities there. So big drive. I don't think Cedar Creek wants to give the ball back to Edison, a chance to go up 3 scores. See if they can put something together. Looks like Pilgrim might be going back in the game. I don't see him on the bench anymore.
And we'll try to get you an update on him.
Yeah, he's out there on the field.
There you go.
Nope, that's 11.
Savio on the kick.
Maybe not. No, he's on here on the bench still.
He is getting checked out, though.
Yes, he is.
To return.
Seems a little dejected right now based on our vantage point.
Yeah, senior playing his first game.
Sabio, good kick. This is going to be Benjamin. He will get a chance to return it now for Cedar Creek. Trying to find a crease up the gut. Nice little hit there. Just across the 25-yard line. Good special teams coverage once again from Edison.
Yeah, that was a pretty good hit there. No question. I'm surprised he hung on to the ball.
Number 22, Jaden Crespo.
Jaden Crespo with the tackle for Edison. Always got to shout out special teams. Can always win or lose you 2 or 3 games during the year.
No question. No question. This is Cedar Creek's best starting position, field position it is at 27. Edison's been on the other side of the 50 a couple times to start.
Well, we saw Cedar Creek on their last drive, George. I mean, they were back to their own 5-yard line. They got across midfield, just stalled a little bit. So there's a little juice right now with the Pirates.
Yeah, I agree. They had some success, and see if they can build off of that.
First and 10. Smith looking. Aaron went out. Down the field, and it is reeled in by Benjamin. Oh, and there he goes down the sideline. He is gone. Darius Benjamin with a Cedar Creek touchdown.
Who needs to run the ball? Very nice pass. Floated it up, used the wind. The defensive back for Edison had a shot at it, mistimed it a little bit, but Benjamin did a nice job keeping his concentration, having that defender jump right in front of him. Could have taken his eyes off the ball.
Darius Benjamin just brought the Cedar Creek sideline back to life, and that lead is about to get cut in half.
Yeah, big play. They needed that. They've had a couple opportunities defensively for big play, but offensively they made one now.
And Billy Smith has some zip. We've seen it so far today, and they finally connect on a big one. Best on to kick the extra point. Low snap. Kick is on the way. Bit of a knuckler, but it is good. 14-7. Cedar Creek, just like that, cuts the lead in half with 8:39 to play in the first half. And that's big, George, because when you go to the second half, Edison gets the ball first because they deferred. So if you're Cedar Creek, you needed something like that.
Yeah, no question. As I said earlier, they didn't want to go down 3 scores. So now it's a 1-score game again. If they can get off the field quickly, that momentum, they've had 2 decent drives. Now, that wasn't really a drive, it was 1 play, but their offense seems to be picking up. So that's definitely a good sign for Cedar Creek.
Definitely some confidence in the passing game now. If you are planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. Halliday Leonard will consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Halliday Leonard at 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or phone them at 398-5737. Halliday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality.
Yeah, that touchdown pass, I almost thought it was going to be interception because the safety cut the angle and looked like he was in good shape, but the ball just hung up a little too much for him. And Benjamin, as we said, gets the concentration and took it in the end zone.
We also saw a similar play when Yasko on the Edison side of things tried to thread the needle in between 2 defenders before. So very eerily similar play design on that route.
Yep.
Both these quarterbacks can definitely see the field so far today. Best will boot it deep as Edison, also using the 3 return man method, as Stansbury is not too far behind his other 2 men.
See how Cedar Creek uses the wind on the kick.
Best to the left side, and that one's going to go out of bounds. So here comes the flag. Bit of a miscue right there for Cedar Creek as Ricky Harvey was getting ready to return that one for Edison, but wise play, let it go out of bounds, and this will be good field position here for Edison.
Yeah, no question they were trying to kick it away from Stansbury, but just a little too much angle on that one, and it's not terrible field position for him. Oh, they're going to make him kick it again.
So if they have the option, they're going to back him up now.
Oh, wow, how about that?
See if they give him a chance to return here. I mean, at this point, you're getting from the 35-yard line. Someone's going to return the football.
You would think.
The wind is a powerful ally. Run up again from Best. They'll boot it. This will be Harvey on the 20. Cutting all the way to his left. Harvey cutting outfield. 40 and roped down near the 45-yard line. That's where Edison will set up shop close to midfield. for the Edison Eagles, as looked like Jameer Campfield right there on the tackle.
Yeah, thought he was going to get the edge, but Cedar Creek did a nice job of forcing him back into the field and able to get him down to the ground. Still, they've got excellent field position, so they're definitely winning the battle of field position tonight.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. 8.5 to go first half.
Edison's got the big tight end in here now. He hasn't been on the field a ton. He wasn't at all on that last drive.
Motion goes Rattray. Handoff goes to Ito. He's going to cut back to the right side on the counter. Goes across midfield and lowering the shoulder close to a first down. Another helmet flies off. We'll see where they spot him here, but Nakir Ito, he is all of 5'10", 170, but that's a solid man, I can tell you that. And they're going to give him, looks like just a yard shy. 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1.
Because the helmet came off of the Cedar Creek player. He's got to come out for a play. So we got someone in there for a sub for a linebacker there.
Jonathan Bayo is the receiver on the far side for Edison, as Yasko is going to keep it himself. Quarterback run. Gets the first down and more across the 40-yard line.
Yeah,
it was a very patient run, too. He didn't explode through a hole. He waited to see what developed and picked up 6-7 yards.
That's it. Those small little chunks right there definitely add up.
Yeah, you wonder if they've gone away from the pass because they're against the wind in this quarter, because they definitely have changed their strategy. They're running the ball a ton more now in the 2nd quarter.
And they're getting a nice push up front, even on these designed quarterback runs as well.
Yes, they are.
We're going to get trips to the right now for Edison. Yasko takes it. Quick throw, left side, Harvey. Harvey tried to break away, could not. Benjamin there to clean him up. Maybe a gain of a yard there, but a good play by Darius Benjamin. And boy, we've been calling his name quite a lot in the past few minutes. Touchdown, makes a nice tackle.
Not only that, he fought off the block of one of the linemen there, and then got made the play. So you're right, offensively and defensively, is at his imprint on things right now.
Yeah, most high schools have these numbers in rotation, but he's got big shoes to fill with JoJo Bermudez, who sported that number 3 last year. But Benjamin making a name for himself this evening.
Yes, he is.
2nd and 10. In motion is Stansberry. Yasko, option, going to keep it himself. Following his blockers, gets ahead across the 35-yard line. Good chunk right there on the run. 3rd down coming up for Edison.
That's the 2nd time they've had that kind of action where Stansberry's been open for the pitch, but Yasko's kept it. I think before long we're going to see that pitch and Stansberry get the edge.
And the defense definitely keen on Yasko right now. He does have that touchdown run from before. That's the difference in this ball game.
Big play here, so you wonder if they don't bring a little pressure. Even if it's run, one of those delayed runs with Yasko that can help them get him back there, they need to stop.
3rd and 4. Yasko dropping, throws, right side, incomplete. Miscommunication. Looks like he's looking for Ricky Harvey, but I don't think he was quite looking for it. Beg your pardon, that was Smith he was looking for in the slot, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, Palmer for Cedar Creek. I think if he's looking at the ball, he's going the other way. He was ready to make a big hit on the receiver. That ball was almost thrown right to him. Well, they stopped it on 3rd down. It looks like Edison's probably going for it on 4th here.
Yeah, the ball is at the 34-yard line. A little too far for a 51-yard field goal here. But also a little too close for a punt, so you might as well go for it here. But we also see those pooch punts as well from the quarterback sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
But we'll see. Trips to the right for Yasko and company on 4th down. Big opportunity for Cedar Creek. They show blitz, and now we're going to get some flags, some early movement. Both sides, of course, are going to point at each other. Let's see what the referees decide here. They will conference. And that's going to be encroachment on Cedar Creek. That's a back-breaking penalty right there. The 5 yards will make it a 1st down for Edison. Not what you wanted there if you're the Pirates.
Yeah, no, they were just aggressive. They were bringing that pressure to get upfield, but just a little too soon before the ball was snapped. That is a big play right there.
And that could have turned the tide of the game.
Yeah.
5:46 to go, first half. 1st and 10 for Edison. inside the 30, and more flags come out before this snap. And this will be a sideline warning on Cedar Creek.
It sets the Cedar Creek sideline.
Gotta back everybody up. Hey, most of these turf fields nowadays actually have these additional lines on the sidelines. So you know where they are.
Yeah. Well, no more warnings here. Each team's gotten theirs, so.
So we'll try that again. Yasko breaks the huddle. And then we have trips to the right once again. Stansberry's in the slot. Yasko, design quarterback run, going to keep it himself lower in the shoulder. Doesn't go far. Maybe a couple right there. Not much. Second down coming up. Mike Sears, the first one in on the stop there for Cedar Creek, followed by a couple of his teammates. But the senior middle linebacker, who changed positions to second level right there, made a nice stop, getting at least one arm on the ever-elusive Matthew Yasko.
Yeah, you called that right. That was designed quarterback run. There was no pitch option or anything, so it made it a little easier for Cedar Creek to converge on it. Stansbury's been awful quiet here lately.
Wonder if they'll try to get him the ball on this play. 2nd and 9. Yasko, left side. That one is intercepted. Darius Benjamin off the deflection. He comes down the far sideline. Benjamin cutting up, and he's still going.
What a spin.
Benjamin to the 30. Breaks another one, finally tripped up inside the 25. It is Smith with a touchdown-saving tackle. And we just mentioned before, George, momentum has now shifted to Cedar Creek. They make up for that penalty. Darius Benjamin making all sorts of plays this evening.
Yeah, there's a heck of a lot to talk about on that play. First, what an interception, because that was in the receiver's hands. It rolled off his shoulder pad. He gets it, stays in bounds, gets upfield, and might have made the best spin move I've seen on a football field. The defender missed him, and he got up the field. They blocked well, taking advantage of the turnover. A lot of good things happened right there, and you're right. Benjamin is taking control of this game right now.
He's our early pick for game MVP. And again, don't want to get too premature here, but he has been on fire this evening. And looks like we're going to have a break in the action. Timeout on the field. 14-7. Edison on top of Cedar Creek right now, but the Pirates in business following the Darius Benjamin interception. Give you a chance now to catch your breath and, of course, tell you about Gillian's Wonderland Pier on 6th Street and the Boardwalk in Ocean City, which is a popular summer destination. Gillian's will be open until 10 this weekend and through Labor Day weekend, and they will give you a chance to enjoy their amusement rides every weekend in September. The summer continues through September at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th and the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Visit them online at gillians.com.
Well, what a last few minutes for Cedar Creek.
I'll say. We're talking about a game that might have been able to get out of hand here. Edison cruising at one point, but then all of a sudden, it's Darius Benjamin show.
Yeah, he's made a number of plays here in the last 5 minutes. I don't know if this is basketball. I'm finding a way to get him the ball, that's for certain.
He's got the hot hand right now.
There you go.
1st and 10 for Billy Smith and company, dropping straight back, looking down the middle of the field. That one is reeled in and waltzing in for a touchdown is Aline Parks, and just like that, back-to-back one-play drives for the Cedar Creek Pirates, and they're an extra point away from tying things up.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, Benjamin even had a hand in that. Both defenders went with him on the out, opening up the seam, and what a great pass.
Just like that, the Pirates are back in business, and they're going to have Matthew Best on to attempt the extra point to knot things up at 14 apiece.
Oh, what a great job for Cedar Creek of hanging in there. They definitely were a little shaky to start, but wow, explosive here late.
Snap, hold, kick on the way for Best, and it is... We're going to wave this one off. Looks like there was a flag on the field, and they're going to blow this play dead. Referees are conferencing. The call is on Edison.
Offside. Yeah. Interesting to see if Cedar Creek goes for 2.
Best is already getting back into his lineup here.
Yeah.
Ready to kick this extra point, so they're just going to move it up slightly. Kick it again.
Cedar
now
Creek,
more whistles.
Cedar Creek has their little touchdown dunk goes on there on the sideline that they just did. You see that stuff in college all the time, so Cedar Creek borrowed something.
This is quite a program that's been built up in Egg Harbor City. Snap, hold, kick on the way, and Best, that one a little shaky, but he got it through, and we're tied at 14. Just like that, Cedar Creek has battled all the way back. And we've had an exciting first half just like that because Cedar Creek, namely Darius Benjamin, has taken over this game. And it's interesting, George, you look at this team, it's a never say die attitude from this program. Again, you graduate all these seniors after 2021. You're coming off a regional championship, an undefeated season, but even you look at Jim Melly, the head coach for Cedar Creek, who was quoted as saying this, he said this to Dave O'Sullivan of Glory Days magazine. He said, he mentioned wanting to have that sustained success. You don't want to be good one year and that's it. You want to continue. You want to keep this success going. So, whatever they've been doing, building in the winning culture in this program. I mean, it's winning right now. Again, we're only in the first half of the first game of the year in 2022, but this whole new look Pirates team is. They did not quit at all in that first half.
I think that's really important what you said. It's an attitude. They were you take 3 plays away from this game, and Edison's up 14, maybe 21 points. But you had the 2 big passes, the big interception, and we have a tied game. And if you're a team that's used to winning, you make those plays. If you're a team that's not used to winning, sometimes you don't. So no question, I think their attitude definitely has kept them in this game, and now it's anyone's game.
If you want to do the quick math, there are 22 starters on a football team. Cedar Creek graduated 17 from last year's regional championship squad. Best will boot it away, and this will be Harvey. Over the head type of catch on this return. After the 25 breaks 1, and then he'll be brought down just shy of the 30-yard line. Good tackle there by Keon McCullough.
And right away, that's their worst starting field position of the day. That time, a much better angled kick to keep it away from Stansbury, and they were able to cover the punt there. So these things are kick rather, not punt. This is big. Now we got 4 minutes left. Edison's been trying to move the ball on the ground. Do they try and open up and go to the pass now? And that opens the possibility of Cedar Creek getting the ball back. So this will be interesting to see how they attack.
1st and 10 for Edison. Ball just shy of the 30-yard line. Iasco. Quick throw, left side, off the fingertips of Ito. Tried a little swing pass. Had some blockers, had some space. Would have been interesting to see what he could have done with the ball in space there, but it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it seemed to hang off his hands there for a couple seconds, too. I thought we might have another Benjamin play getting into the end zone.
Can you imagine? Darius Benjamin, just a sophomore for Cedar Creek. He's also patrolling the defensive backfield as well, corner. You can see him there, far side of the field, maybe towards the top of your screen. And it looks like he's going to be charged with Malcolm Stansbury, at least on this play.
It looks like just man-to-man out there, too. It's giving him a good cushion.
On 2nd down, Iasco, right side, and that one is caught by Stansbury, who's knocked out of bounds, so beg your pardon. That was Jonathan Bayo on the far side of the field, so Stansbury got maybe a couple there. It's going to be 3rd and long, though, for Edison.
Yeah, they threw him to the short side of the field there. There wasn't a whole lot of space, and Cedar Creek did a nice job of just getting him out of bounds because there wasn't a whole lot of room for him to move.
Officially giving Stansbury 1 yard. Iasco's got Ito to his right in the backfield. 3rd down. He's back, looking, airing it downfield, and he's wide open. There's Stansbury. He'll be run out of bounds by Benjamin right around the 40-yard line, but there you go. You can get that guy in space. Little pitch and catch right there. They'll take that all day.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a crossing pattern there, and the defender got bumped off, and you're right, he had just too much time to catch that ball. But I guess to answer our question, 3 passes here so far in this drive, so they're getting away from the run right now and trying to score quickly.
4:20 to go in the half. 1st and 10, the 41-yard line of Cedar Creek. Edison on the move. Iasco sends Stansbury in motion. Play fake, throw. That's Stansberry again, trying to split the defenders, but he's brought down by 2 Pirates, led there by McClellan.
Yeah, they're definitely getting him the ball on this drive. He didn't touch it much last drive.
Hey, you made the basketball analogy, George, and you can get into you get into your hot hand, and obviously Stansberry is their hot hand now on this drive.
Yeah, now he's coming out for a break, so maybe they'll go back to the ground.
They're going to sub in Kevin Smith Jr.
Let's see if they get Yasko moving here and maybe make that pitch.
Yeah, Michael Strachan at wide receiver on the near side.
Big 41 in the backfield.
That's Chateau. Play fake. Design run again. Maybe a breakdown right there for Yasko. He gets hit hard by 3 Pirate defenders. DeJuan Palmer in on that tackle, among others, for the Pirates. Looks like Castillo as well.
It looked like they wanted the run off left tackle, but Cedar Creek did a nice job taking that away, forced him back inside. He did get a couple yards there, but definitely a nice job there by the right side of the defensive line for Cedar Creek.
Edison will move the big man Chateau around, either at tight end or put him in the backfield as well as an H-back. And you can see him there. You can't miss him right now. Up ahead of Yasko. Yasko is going to hand it off to Ito this time. Left side, close to the 30-yard line, close to the first down marker. See where they spot him.
He ran right by the hole open by Chateau there, so he's almost like another tackle in the backfield.
Got to mention again, at Akunle Chateau, 6'1", 242. That's a guy who can move with his feet, either with the ball or just be a let's call him an offensive tackle with a running start.
There you go. They haven't really gotten the ball yet. That'd be scary to see with him moving with the ball.
We've already seen him make a huge hit earlier in this game. Got his 13th career sack of Billy Smith back in the first quarter. Officially a first down, though, for Ito. Yasko. Toss. Ito. Left side. Trying to get to the edge. Castillo. First one there. Breaks a couple tackles, and then Cedar Creek will clean him up after a couple. More Summers on the tackle.
Had a chance to get him in the backfield, but they did a nice job getting him for at least a short gain.
Mike Sears also in on the stop for the Pirates, cleaning things up. Yeah, you mentioned they had that chance in the backfield there. Justin Castillo, the outside linebacker, the sophomore. He's been all over the place so far today. Just missed him.
Yeah, you're saying sophomores for Cedar Creek.
Oh, so yeah.
Very young.
Gotta wonder what this team's gonna look like in 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh boy. 2nd and 8. Yasko, back, left side, ball was batted at the line. He's looking in the direction of Jonathan Bayo.
3rd and 8.
3rd down.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job now, Cedar Creek, of getting upfield on the pass attempts. So maybe they're not bringing Yasko down, but they're making his vision tough, and right there they were able to get a piece of the ball.
Got a stoppage. We have a timeout for Edison. 1:44 to go in the half here. Tied at 14. Edison's an interesting team, having lost to Toms River North in the South Jersey Group 5 semifinals in 2021. Edison head coach Matt Fulham has been very adamant about Edison's recent success. You know, he was quoted as saying before, last year we won a playoff game against a very good Manalapan team on their field. Then we go to Toms River North and we don't play very well in the second half. It's time we as a program take the next step and engage in conversation to bring Edison home a championship. Why can't it be us making a deeper run in the playoffs? And he mentioned, he also referenced a game against Hillsboro 2 years ago, which they won 50-49. That was their final game of the season in 2020. And then, of course, 2021, Hillsboro goes out the following year and goes 13-0 to win their section in 2021. So Edison knocking on the door as a Group 5 program up there in the Central Jersey area. 3rd and 8. Yasko dropping back, stepping up, pressure, pocket collapsing. He's brought down. Great stuff from the Cedar Creek defense. Malik Moore Summers
Yeah, what a different game this last 8 minutes has been. Edison was pushing Cedar Creek around the field. They couldn't get any penetration from the defensive line. Now, a couple big plays offensively, and now the defense is fired up. Maybe Edison's wearing down a little bit. Now they're trying to go quick here to convert this 4th down.
Might try to catch Cedar Creek off balance here, and now we're going to get a timeout from the Cedar Creek sideline. Wise choice there. Also want to mention Kamir Cooper Brown in on the stop with Malik Moore Summers on that last play. So it'll be 4th and 10, but a timeout for Cedar Creek, as we mentioned. 1:12 to go here in the half. Important part of the game, though, George, because, again, Edison gets the ball to start the second half, and they're knocking on the door again here. Again, it is 4th down, but they're only 30 yards away from the end zone. So if you can go up by a score here, you might have a chance to go up by 2 scores, get a little 2-for-1 deal.
Yep, that's why I love the timeout. You have 3 left. There's no reason to save it. Get your defense ready. Edison was getting to the line quick. Maybe you weren't caught as prepared as you could have been. So nice job there by Cedar Creek getting the timeout. You wonder with Edison's kicker, they are kicking against the wind, and it is a little bit stronger.
Yeah, it's starting to pick back up again.
But the way Cedar Creek scored so quickly, they may not only need a few seconds to be able to get a touchdown.
Yeah, that's true. Back-to-back touchdowns for Cedar Creek. Had been on one-play drives, touchdown passes from Billy Smith. Yasko on 4th down and more whistles.
There's a flag.
And flags down near the far side of the field.
No signal yet. False start.
You get a false start on Edison, so that's another kick in the butt right there. Back him up 5 yards.
So 4th and 15. Do you wonder, do they punt it now? Cedar Creek scoring so quickly, you give them a shorter field. They're not bringing the punt team on, so unless Yasko's going to do one of those quick kicks.
Might see it, but again, they are inside the 40-yard line. Ball officially at the 36. It'll be a 53-yard field goal from here, so no dice on that, especially against the wind. Yasko dropping straight back, looking downfield, and it is incomplete. Good coverage there by Makai Harvey as Yasko was looking for Smith on that play. Turnover on down. Cedar Creek takes over with 1:06 remaining. And George, you already mentioned it. 2 one-play drives for touchdowns for the Cedar Creek Pirates on touchdown passes from Billy Smith. Who's to say they can't go 3 for 3 here?
Oh, we're going to see how aggressive they're going to be on this first play. That they come out firing. Benjamin doesn't even look like he's going on the field right now. Here he comes.
There he goes.
I was going to say.
Helmet was off real quick. He's coming right back onto the field.
Yeah. But nice job defensively. Good aggressive call from the defensive coordinator. He brought an outside linebacker to try and heat Yasko up a little bit. The linebacker, the middle linebacker, had good drops, so he was able to challenge that pass, and the ball was just a little high.
1st and 10. Ball at the 36. Smith bobbled the snap. He's going to hand it off to Harvey. Cuts to the left now, trying to get forward across the 40-yard line. Host of Eagles there to bring him down, led by Shatu. Pirates are moving fast here. No huddle offense. They do have 2 timeouts remaining.
7 on the play. 2nd and 3.
That's 2nd and a long 3 here. Smith looking to throw again. Pressure, rolling to his left. He's going to take off and run now. Smith trying to get to the edge, looking for the sideline. He gets out of bounds across midfield. Nice play by Billy Smith. That'll stop the clock with 40 seconds to go.
You would never guess they're not an experienced offense right there. 2 nice plays. Even the first running play, getting to the line quickly, ready to go. Quarterback getting out of bounds. I think they're going to use a timeout here. Yeah, even though he got out of bounds, I think they're going to use the timeout. But now, look, on the other side of the 50, we have 40 seconds left. They only have 1 time. No, they didn't use the timeout. They have 2 timeouts left. There's a lot they can do right here.
Without a doubt, when you're on the plus side of the field here, Billy Smith was quoted as a throwback, old-school type of kid by head coach Jim Melody, and looks like he's going to do whatever it takes to get this offense moving. On 1st and 10. Smith dropping straight back. Good protection. Tries to dump one over the middle. It's incomplete. Everyone wants to flag.
I'm waiting for it. No question there was that
late flag. Yep.
Absolutely. He had to dig far in his pocket to find that one. That was a late flag. But
looked like he was looking for king high on that play. But then you saw Benjamin throw his hands up as well. It looked like High was actually just tackled before the ball got to him.
Yeah, no question about that one.
Referees are going to conference again. It was a late flag.
And it was from the opposite side of the field, too, the flag was thrown. As we said before, what a second quarter. That first quarter was, Edison just kind of pushing them around the field. Now, second quarter, we got plays happening all over the place. Picking it up.
Wow. In case you can't hear them, the Cedar Creek faithful are not too happy about that call here on the home sideline at Ocean City High School.
That's hard to believe.
Oof. They might be treating that one as one of those bang-bang plays.
I guess.
Try to stay neutral.
I know. I'm just,
Second and 10. Smith. High snap, bobbled it again. Stepping up in the pocket. Smith trying to get to the edge, running towards the sideline. He gets out of bounds again as Savio runs him out.
Yeah, they're getting good pressure for him now, and he's trying to look down the field, but just not having enough time. You wonder if they don't drag a tight end over the middle, because they're getting some deep drops now in the Edison defensive backfield.
3rd and 2.
Gain of 8 on the play for Smith, 3rd and 2. Ball the 39-yard line of Edison. 29 seconds to go.
Well, here's a nice thing. The first half, we haven't really mentioned the referees. So one play that everyone questions, you can take that,
Been a clean game so far. Knock on wood, of course. 3rd and 2. Smith looking, swings it out right, and the flags come. This time, look like there was a lot of early movement on that far side.
Yeah, that was easy to see. Yep.
That'll be a false start, and
on the offense, 5-yard
painful one there for Cedar Creek. They had a short 3rd down play there, but they're going to be backed up now.
And I think they had Benjamin open up in the flat there, too, so if they were going to be able to get him the ball in space.
They definitely want to get him the ball. Darius Benjamin making the most plays so far for the Cedar Creek Pirates. Touchdown to bring him back into this ball game after trailing 14-0. Then he had the interception, which ultimately led to Cedar Creek's next touchdown. We're tied at 14. They have reset the clock, by the way, to 30 seconds. 3rd and 7 from the 44. Smith dropping over the middle, and it is incomplete, nearly picked off. Benjamin wasn't looking for it, and Edison right there, they might be kicking themselves right there for that one. Looked like Strachan was the one who dropped the interception.
Yeah, there was nothing open there. He was throwing over the linebacker and in front of a defensive back. That was going to be a tough pass to complete.
So the Pirates are going to punt this one.
Now, this has been dangerous for them. They should have had 2 punts blocked. So let's watch this right edge again. Again, another good timeout there. They've struggled a little bit in the punt protect. Get everything set because you know how important this is right here. So, again, nice piece of coaching.
That's Melody's second timeout of the half. Matt Best has been busy this evening, punting and kicking the extra points. We'll see where he wants to punt this one. Again, they're punting with the wind going towards the end zone, towards the high school. So we'll see if they try to angle it away from Malcolm Stansberry.
Or even just kick it out of bounds at this point in time with such a short clock. And they haven't had those big plays for Edison offensively. Nothing wrong with kicking this out of bounds, get it 25, 30 yards down the field, and lining up and playing defense for 30 seconds.
Fourth and 7 for Cedar Creek, as Best is back to punt for the Pirates, standing at his own 41. Stansberry going back pretty deep inside the 10-yard line, hanging around that area. Low snap. Best just got it away. It's a high punt, and now Stansberry is calling for everybody to stay away. It'll take a nice little Cedar Creek bouncer and let it roll around and pick it up. It's like right near the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Cedar Creek coaches wanted them to let that ball keep bouncing so that the half ends. But still, nice job. I mean, that's everything you could want right there. They're deep in their own territory. You probably drop both of those safeties deep. Make sure you don't give up anything and get in the halftime tied 14-14.
15 seconds. Obviously backed up this way, barring something we haven't seen yet. When you're 90 yards away from the end zone, I would imagine you're going to play for halftime here.
I would think so. I was about to say Benjamin's still on the sideline. I didn't think they had enough people on. He's coming on here late. Yeah, both those safeties are going to be good 25 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Trips to the right for Yasko. He's going to hand it off to Ito, trying to cut it up center. And that looks like it's going to be the final play of the half. Gain of 2. And with that, we're going to go to halftime. What a game we've had through the first 24 minutes. Looked like it was all Edison up 14-0, but Cedar Creek has stormed back, namely due to that man down there, number 3, Darius Benjamin for Cedar Creek. Pirates have battled back, and we're going to be tied at 14 apiece going into the halftime locker room. So we'll take a break. Halftime here at Ocean City High School at the final game of the Battle of the Beach 2022. 14-14 between Edison and Cedar Creek. You're watching high school football right here on Cape Atlantic League Live.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or out-stuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away.
Second half time here at Carey Stadium here in Ocean City, New Jersey. Battle at the Beach 2022. Led by the West Jersey Football Coaches Association. Nick Costco alongside George McNally on the call for this one. Tied at 14, Cedar Creek and Edison. Final game of the weekend. In a game where we thought could be very one-sided. Led by the Edison Eagles. Turned on its head in that second quarter as the Cedar Creek Pirates battled back from a 14-0 deficit. Edison will start the second half with the football as Matt Best gets set to kick it away for the Pirates. He'll boot it. This will be Harvey underneath it. Running up now, trying to cut back. Going back to the right side now, trying to get to the sideline, across the 35, up near the 40. Decent kick coverage there from Cedar Creek. Edison offense comes back onto the field. Shane Beeman with the tackle for the Pirates on that kickoff. Matthew Yasko, quarterback for Edison, does have a touchdown on the ground this evening. Jameel Parrott is running back the other one. But since that opening touchdown, it's been mostly Nakir Ito with the ball out of the backfield. 1st and 10 for the Edison Eagles. From their own 40-yard line, there goes Ito in motion. Yasko will look towards him. They'll swing it. And Ito gets across the 40-yard line, maybe for about a gain of 2. Good coverage there from the Pirate defense.
It'll be real interesting to see how Edison attacks. Well, they're going up-tempo, number one. But they've had success both on the ground and in the air. Let's see what they choose to do.
Yasko, play fake. Option pass here, finds Smith, and Smith gets away. Cross midfield, down the sidelines, got the first down. Some shiftiness out of Kevin Smith Jr.
Yeah, that's the play that they had in the first half, but Yasko decided to run it instead. This time, again, they went into the short side of the field, and they are picking up the tempo here, absolutely.
Not wasting any time. Yasko, design quarterback run up the gut across the 45-yard line, gain of a few.
Yasko keeps it himself.
They're going to give him officially a gain of 2 on that play, 2nd and 8. And we have an injured Pirate down.
It's one of their defensive linemen.
Mandel Pettiford, the down lineman.
Which is we were talking about. You know, yeah, the big plays for Cedar Creek got them on the scoreboard, but the play of their line, both offensively and defensively in that second quarter, may have been the most drastic decision. A couple adjustments, I'm sure, by the defensive coordinator, too. They've protected the edge better, been a little bit more aggressive, but no question how they played up front has been a key.
Yeah, they definitely weren't getting pushed around defensively in that second quarter, but this would be a big loss here if Pettiford is going to be out for an extended period of time. But it looked like he was going to get up anyway under his own power, so we hope he's all right. So he's getting his left leg checked out. The sophomore standing at 6'2", 255. It's a big boy.
Another sophomore.
Yeah, looking across the starters on the defensive line as Pettiford up to his feet. He's going to walk off under his own power. Seems to be all right. Malik Moore-Summers, a senior, the defensive end for Cedar Creek, number 56 out there, who's in on that last stop. You got Pettiford, who's going to walk off the field here, only a sophomore. Kamir Cooper-Brown, another defensive tackle, senior. And, of course, another sophomore, and Aiden Jinks at the other defensive end position, number 81. So some young bucks, mix of old and new for Cedar Creek, but a lot of new guys, new faces. Team graduated 17 starters after 2021. 2nd and 8. Stansbury, the motion man for Edison. Yaxo hands off. Ito's got a huge hole. Ito into the second level, across the 20-yard line, brought down by Makai Harvey with a huge first down for the Eagles.
Yeah, they attacked right where the injured lineman came off from, and that.
Oh, we're gonna get a flag. Hold the phone.
Oh, coming back.
Oh, we're gonna celebrate a little too soon. Cedar Creek fans will celebrate though. That's a holding penalty. They'll bring him back.
Well, with Edison trying to play so up tempo, they were getting to the line right away, so it almost didn't look back there.
Tough play there for Edison. Looking like the offense they had in the first quarter. In case you're just joining us, Nick Costco alongside George McNally for this one. They're going to back them way up on this holding penalty, back towards their own 45-yard line. It'll be 2nd and about 20.
Looks like they're just wrapping Pettiford's ankle here on the sideline. You would think that means he's intending to get back in the game.
2nd and 18, excuse me. Shotgun here for Yasko. Trips to the left. Stansberry, the motion man. Yasko fakes the pitch, going to run to his left. Across the midfield and gets
Yasko keeps it himself.
Gets that penalty yardage almost all the way back. It'll still be 3rd and long here for the Eagles.
It's another time where there was a pitch maybe to Stansberry, and they haven't given it to him yet.
They're teasing.
Yeah, they definitely are. You're wondering if that's not going to be a big play at some point in time.
Beautiful setting to cap off an epic weekend here at Battle at the Beach. 2nd annual event to open up the high school football season. 3 days, Friday through Sunday at Ocean City High School. Great view, of course, of the boardwalk of the ocean. Sun's peeking out now through the clouds. Gorgeous setting and weather right now for football. Open up what should be another great season. 3rd and 11. Yasko looking. Swings it out right side, incomplete. And that'll be actually incomplete, so did not go backwards there. Looking for Torian Rattray. First time we've called his name this evening, and we have a stoppage.
Benjamin's
Official timeout. And we're going to have another Pirate down.
I think it's Benjamin's down out there. But that was a nice job. Again, the defensive backfield's done a nice job for Cedar Creek, taking away everything. Yasko was only looking at one receiver there, and as soon as he checked down, it was a little late in the play. Ball was high, and there was a defender there to make that tough anyway.
We believe it is Darius Benjamin lying down on the turf right now, getting checked out.
Looks like an ankle again.
Yeah. Ankles, cramps maybe.
Well, you would think cramps early in the season.
Yeah.
But none of the three.
Weather's still a factor, obviously, with the heat.
Yeah. Although this is a beautiful night out
here. It is,
here.
yeah, not too hot out there.
Yeah.
But, you know, first game action for both these squads. Benjamin would be a huge loss.
Because he's in almost every play, offensively and defense, special teams too, I think.
Yeah, in case you're just joining us, Darius Benjamin, number 3 for Cedar Creek, has brought this team back almost single-handedly. Caught a 60-yard touchdown pass back in the first half with the Pirates trailing 14-0. Very next defensive series, he nabbed an interception, led to another touchdown drive, one-play touchdown drive for Cedar Creek. Liam Parks was on the receiving end of that touchdown from Billy Smith, who has 2 touchdown passes tonight for the Pirates.
He made a spin move on that interception return.
And he did.
Might have been one of the best moves we've seen tonight.
It's like hitting the B button on the controller for Madden. And he's still down. They're going to help him up, though. Hopefully he is okay.
Now that looks like a cramp. Well, maybe not.
Might be an ankle. It's a right lower leg injury. We'll call it right now. He's going to be helped off the field. So, again, hope he is okay. But for Cedar Creek, don't want to lose him for an extended period of time. It is 4th down, though. And Savio's going to come on to punt for Edison. Of course, a very intriguing matchup between these two teams. Cedar Creek coming off the South Central Group 3 Regional Championship. Undefeated season in 2021. Edison 7-4 last year. Made it to the South Jersey Group 5 semis. Lost to Toms River North. High snap to Sabio. Rugby-style punt, and he might just take off and run himself, and he is. It's a fake punt, and Sabio not even close. Only got a few yards. And that's it. Cedar Creek forces the turnover on downs.
They gave that look on the very first punt of the night and probably had an opening there. This one, he ran to the wide side of the field, and just the speed for Cedar Creek was able to push him out of bounds.
We do have another down Pirate on the far sideline, the one who made the tackle, trying to identify him for you. But again, these Pirate players right now are dropping like flies with these lower leg injuries, as Sabio could not get to the edge there.
Yeah, you would think Cedar Creek, being so young, can't afford to lose too many of these bodies, even for a couple plays.
Yeah, only 5 returning starters projected coming into the season. When we have this break, we'll give you a time to catch your breath, and we'll tell you about Calvi Electric. Winning teams know that the key to success is getting the job done right the first time. For over 100 years, Calvi Electric has applied that philosophy to their business to offer an unparalleled level of electrical expertise and service to every single customer. Now you can bring Calvi's expertise into your home for electrical problems or improvements, and they can install solar panels that will save you money. Make Calvi Electric a part of your winning team. Call 609-345-0151 or visit calvielectric.com. That looks like Jamal McClellan on the far sideline there for Cedar Creek, and he's going to walk over in his own power. Helmet is back on. He made the tackle on Savio to force the turnover on downs, but he seems to be okay. And now we are going to resume action. Once he goes up the field now, he seems to be all right there, George. He's trying to jog off the field, but they're probably telling him, you know what, just walk, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
They'll get him off. We'll clear the field for play. 9:22 to go here, third quarter, tied at 14. Got a good ball game here this evening. First and 10 for Billy Smith and company. Hand off Mekhi Harvey, trying to get to the edge on the right side, and he is hit immediately. Nowhere to go. That is a tremendous hit there from David Boyd out of the defensive backfield. Now we have no whistles.
Edison.
Name of a down Edison player.
Also 5 on the play. 2nd and 15.
Yeah, that time didn't cut up the field for Cedar Creek, and he, like you said, the defensive back came and made a nice play. He did have his head down. Edison player does not look comfortable at all.
And we'll try to get his number for you in a second. Yeah, he's writhing around on the ground right now. Just going back to that last play, though, David Boyd, a tremendous tackle.
Yeah, he definitely closed quickly.
Well, a 5-yard loss begins the drive there for Cedar Creek. They're trying to take their first lead of the game. Still checking on the injured Edison player there. 9:08 to go here, third quarter. Well, we have this break. If you are planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. Halliday Leonard will consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Halliday Leonard at 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or phone them at 398-5737. Halliday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality.
No, now he's getting up.
That's Amir Gibbs, the outside linebacker. He was going to walk gingerly off the field. Helmet off. Hopefully he's all right as well. A lot of kids getting banged up tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think that one might have been a cramp because he's not limping at all. And they brought him out something to drink, so I think that one might have been a cramp.
Got that cramp walk too a little bit.
You're not really limping, but you're not taking a normal stride.
Yeah. It'll be 2nd and 15 though, after the tremendous tackle for loss from David Boyd for the Eagles. Smith comes out in the shotgun now for the Pirates. Got 4 receivers to the right, overloading that left side. Smith dropping straight back, looking right sideline, wants Parks, and he makes the catch, but well out of bounds. He was even shoved out of bounds as well. So that one's incomplete. 3rd down.
Yeah, now we got the quarterback with a late hit, it looks like.
Smith's helmet is off too.
So that means he's got to come out for a play.
The passer on Edison. Costly penalty. That's an automatic first down.
That must have been really late because I didn't even see it. I was looking at the ball and there wasn't a defender around him. So.
First down.
I guess Smith does not have to come out there.
I'm pretty sure he does.
Unless
they tell him.
Hey, unless he took his helmet off in frustration.
That would
also be a penalty as well sometimes.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Well, either way, it's an automatic first down up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, they're not taking him out of the game.
Seems to be good. Frenchman Bethea is the backup quarterback for Cedar Creek, a freshman. Smith, handoff up the gut. That's Palmer getting across the 40-yard line. And now his helmet flies off on that tackle. Chateau in on the stop there for Edison, as well as Israel Rodriguez. Palmer, not disappointed, getting amped up with this very physical game, but now he is going to check out.
Yeah, there wasn't anything complicated to that one. There's a dive play up the middle. The line moved the defensive line off the ball, and he was able to gain 5-6 yards.
Good 5-yard gain for Palmer, the senior. A little over 8 minutes to go. Third quarter, still tied at 14. Action has slowed down a little bit at the moment here in this third quarter. Back and forth affair in that first half. Smith coming out in the shotgun. Justin Castillo at the H-back position. He'll go in motion. Smith, handoff. Harvey, left side, looking for a crease. Trying to dive for the marker. Might be just short by a yard.
It's a positive game, though. So with Benjamin on the sideline, they don't really have that big player out there, but then there's another Cedar Creek player down.
Yeah, that's Justin Castillo, the sophomore fullback and a linebacker. And if you're, I mean, you don't want to lose any of your guys, George, but if you're Cedar Creek, you do not want to lose Justin Castillo, because Jim Melody was very adamant in the preseason about the linebacker group not having any type of drop-off from last year when they lost C.J. Resto and Elijah Usher from last year's championship team. And you got guys like DeJuan Palmer going back into linebacker for the Pirates, the outside linebacker. Justin Castillo on the other outside. Of course, Mike Sears moved to linebacker from offensive line from last year. So, I mean, that's your new three-man group right there. Sears and Palmer are seniors, but Castillo, I mean, he's been a force so far. He's been on pretty much every tackle. It just seems like,
yeah, really.
If it's in that second level right there,
yep.
Whether he's the guy there on the solo tackle or he's just assisting, he has a natural tendency to get to the football. Hasn't been used too much on offense today in terms of getting the ball, but he's nicked up right now, and hopefully he is okay. But he's still getting tended to down on the field.
You can't really see what's going on.
I think he's still laying down too.
Yeah,
he was rolling over. I think he tried to get up too after the play, and then he went back down. I believe he is back to laying down. But again, you got to wonder how many of these are just bumps and bruises with ankles or lower leg injuries, or how many of these guys are actually getting affected by cramps.
Yeah,
we see a couple guys getting stretched on the sideline, including one right below us.
Yeah, Pilgrim earlier in the game with an ankle, and you can see him. He's got pads off. He's done. But all the other ones appear to be trying to get back in the game. Benjamin was there on the sideline, bouncing up and down like he wanted to go in, but he hasn't returned yet.
Yeah, good eye there from our own George McNally. Zaire Pilgrim done for the day. Big loss there for Cedar Creek, the senior wide receiver. Really didn't get too much playing time today. Only in the first quarter before he got nicked up, and they're still tending to Justin Castillo across the field.
Yeah, this one's taking a little longer than the other ones. Now it looks like he's up. And he's running off the field.
Yeah, it's got to be cramps, man.
Yeah.
And you just saw him hold the index finger, one play, and he'll be good to go.
Yeah, I was about
get
to
back
say,
in.
if, of all the ones coming off the field, he looks like he's going back in quickly.
Oh, yeah. They're still tending to Mandel Pettiford, the Cedar Creek defensive tackle, as well on the sideline. We can see he's still getting stretched out. 3rd and short, handoff. Harvey cutting to the left side, got the first down, and a lot more down the sideline. Mekhi Harvey inside the 10. He is in for the touchdown, and Cedar Creek has taken their first lead of the ball game.
What a nice cut. They pitched the defensive end out, but he had to beat that tackle or the outside linebacker, made one move, got around him, and then just took it into the end zone up the sideline.
Mekhi Harvey talked about getting an opportunity this season. Not as many in years past for the senior running back, buried behind a plethora of talented running backs, including, as we mentioned before, Jaquan Howard in 2021.
Yeah, and I said Benjamin not in the game. They didn't have their big player. Well, it seems like they have more.
And Jim Melody said Mekhi Harvey was a kid who had to wait his turn, but it's paid off so far. With the go-ahead touchdown as Best puts this extra point up, and it is good. Just got it. Nearly blocked, though, but hey, 21-14, Cedar Creek, just like that, has taken the lead with 7:31 to play in the 3rd quarter. And the Pirates have scored 21 unanswered points since that time they trailed 14-0 in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, and you know, they put the points on the board, but they've stopped Edison from putting any points up. So defensively, what a difference. But you wonder now, they've got lots of bodies on the sideline here stretching out and being taken care of. Will they have the bodies be able to keep Edison out of that end zone for the rest of this game?
And Tyler Cannon, by the way, is listed as the primary backup for Mandel Pettiford on that defensive line at the defensive tackle spot. Cannon, a junior, 6 foot, 235 pounds. We'll see if he starts getting more action on the defensive side of things. And speaking of him, he just jogged out there as well to the kickoff unit as well.
That's Pilgrim now trying to get back in the game too. So they all want back. It's got to be tough for the trainer. You know, the kids want to play. They practice. They come in the summer and they lift and everything, and you know they want to go back in when they're a little banged up.
Yeah.
But you know she has to have their best ideas in mind there. So a lot of decisions to be made there with so many bodies going down.
Yeah, we see him, Pilgrim, with his pads off. He only has his shoulder pads off at least. Best to boot it away, and Stansbury's going to finally get an opportunity to return the kick. To the right sideline to the 40. Stansbury, a head full of steam. There he goes. Down the sideline and just shoved out of bounds around the 30-yard line by Aleem Parks. Malcolm Stansbury nearly took all of that momentum back. And, boy, you could see the speed difference when he has a running start.
I think we know now why they were kicking away from him. So this time it looked like they tried to do the same thing, but he just shifted over and got the ball, and then absolutely he just took that ball up the field. Nice job blocking too, but yeah, having that kind of speed definitely helps.
Mandel Pettiford is back in for Cedar Creek on the defensive line, and speaking of Stansbury, we mentioned before, but he's already receiving offers from Maine, New Hampshire, and Monmouth among his Division I offers. Play football at the next level next year. 1st and 10 for Matthew Yasko and company. The handoff goes to Ito, right side, cutting up, trying to get to the first down marker. He lowers the shoulder, and he gets driven out of bounds right around the 20-yard line. It looks like it's going to be enough for a first down, and now Edison on the move, trying to answer back quickly.
Yeah, you know, momentum's something that happens so quickly or is taken so quickly. Could that kick return be the thing that kicks Edison's offense back into gear?
Well, it's Edison's best field position to start a drive since the 1st quarter.
Where they started, I think, 3 drives on the other side of the 50.
Yeah. Backed up is not the name of the game for Edison. 1st and 10 now from 20-yard line. In the red zone now. Yasko, design quarterback run. Up the gut. Found a seam. Dives forward.
Yasko keeps it himself.
Brought down by Moore Summers there, looks like. And now we have another man down for Edison.
I'd be surprised if he's in cramps, too, the way he was dragging that leg.
Yeah. You can see Matt Pazmino, the center, trying to help out his teammate. I want to say that is Israel Rodriguez, the big left tackle try to get a number identification for you.
What was it? Pickle juice that the Eagles did one time for cramps many years ago?
Don't bananas help too, or am I thinking way too old school here?
I think, well, they definitely help, but I think that's got to be beforehand. But
that's true. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Pickle juice has to help. That was the old Andy Reid method.
That's what it was. I agree. I agree. Someone just yelled pickle juice in the stands. There you go.
And we're all thinking alike.
We still have 7 minutes left in the third quarter. This hasn't been a quick-moving quarter.
No, a lot of stoppages here right now due to these injuries, or we can call them, stoppages for cramps, at least for a majority of these players.
Yep. And Edison's trying to play fast. They just haven't been able to.
And we saw on Edison's last drive, they were playing fast, and then it just stalled.
Yep. Well, that big penalty, the holding penalty.
Yeah, penalty really threw a monkey in that wrench.
Yep.
Good game on hand, though, here to conclude the Battle at the Beach weekend. If you're just joining us, Nick Costco alongside George McNally. Cedar Creek on top, 21-14 at the moment. They trailed 14-0 in the first quarter. So they've stormed all the way back. Tied things up at halftime, and Kai Harvey, the go-ahead touchdown on the last drive for the Pirates. Edison players up and moving. Tough to see from here who it is. It does look like Israel Rodriguez, though.
Yeah, you can't see, but I'd be surprised if that's not a cramp. He's lifting that toe up.
It is Rodriguez because his left tackle spot's being occupied by Anthony Payano, senior backup offensive lineman. This is Ito trying to cut to the right side, lowers the shoulder, and he's going to go forward again. He's still moving, trying to reach for the goal line. Is he in? No, just shy down to the 1 yard line. What a run from Nakir Ito.
Yeah, I thought he was stopped, and all of a sudden the line kept pushing, and we've got
Justin Castillo is down again for Cedar Creek. He was down before due to cramps. You got to wonder if this is cramps again, but he went down pretty fast. So, hope he's all right. But I mean, these guys are dropping like flies right now.
Yeah, you wonder how many times you can keep sending someone back in the game.
6:43 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, definitely a cramp again.
I guess they don't have pickle juice on the sidelines.
No, they don't. With all these stoppages, I could run out and get some for them. Yeah, Cedar Creek with a ton of momentum. And they had all the stoppages, and then the kick return. Edison grabs some momentum, and now more stoppages. You know, they're down at it looks like the 1 inch line down there this time. So you would assume this ball's going to get in the end zone. Looks like Pilgrim here for Cedar Creek's putting shoulder pads back on. So
now that's interesting.
Yeah, I know. He's been out since the second or third play of the game, practically.
Zaire Pilgrim, one of the stars of this offense, that's definitely going to get a bigger role this year. As you mentioned, he was out after the first drive of the game, but he is strapping back up. It remains to be seen if he's going to be put back in the game. He's also their starting free safety as well, so he's been missed a little bit on defense in that defensive backfield. That's why Jamal McClellan has been getting a lot of playing time here tonight. He's made some good tackles as well. We'll see if Pilgrim's able to come back in the game. As you mentioned, George, the pads are back on. First and goal now from the 2 yard line. Yasko going to take it himself, dive across the goal line. Touchdown, Edison. And they're an extra point away from tying it up.
Yeah, again, Edison got quickly to the line there. Maybe not wanting anyone to go down by cramps again before they get this play off. But the kicker here has done a nice job, so you assume this is going to tie it up.
Well, we got ourselves a good ball game. If you've watched or have been here in Ocean City all weekend, there's been some good ones, including the one leading up to this game. Cherokee and Holy Spirit. Savio's extra point is on the way, and it is perfect. 21 all, 6:36 to go in the third quarter. Got a good one between Edison and Cedar Creek. Final game of the Battle of the Beach here in 2022. As I mentioned before, in case you are just joining us, it's been a seesaw affair. 14-0 Edison, 21-14 Cedar Creek, and now we're all knotted up again. And if the game leading up to this earlier this afternoon is any indication, Cherokee Holy Spirit came out to the wire. A 34-31 for the Holy Spirit Spartans. Mason Forte, the game-winning field goal as time expired to beat the Chiefs in that opener. Good crowd on hand for Cedar Creek as well.
Yeah, it's definitely not the game we would have predicted after the first few minutes. But it's definitely here something good to watch, and people that came here, good crowd from Cedar Creek. It looks like Edison, it's a long ride for them, so we can understand them not filling those bleachers. But Cedar Creek people are here and getting entertained for a nice game.
Good following though for the Edison Eagles.
Dedicated. You're going to make that ride. You're dedicated.
Hey. Group 5 school as well. And on paper, you put a Group 5 school against one of these Group 3 schools, generally the Group 5 school will definitely be favored. We got a good one. Savio on to kick it deep. It's been a while since he's done this. Boots it deep, though. That one's going to carry to the end zone. That'll be a touchback. And, boy, he's got quite the boot on him.
Yeah, I agree. Cedar Creek didn't even have anyone below the 10, so they're hoping maybe he shanks one. But after that, just let it go in the end zone and start from the 25.
Spotted at the 20-yard line.
The 20.
Yeah, high school is still old school.
Yeah, I didn't know because if they let it go in the end zone, whether it was a 20 or the 25.
Yeah.
The announcers giving the players some suggestions about staying hydrated for the rest of this game.
A lot of jokes around here in Ocean City High School. Smith fires to the right side. That's Benjamin making the catch, breaks one tackle, and shoved out of bounds.
Now, they almost ran that exact same pattern very early in the game and just didn't connect. But now they have their rhythm down, and it's a nice pickup there on first down of 8 yards. Makes the drive so much easier when you can get off on first down.
That was David Boyd forcing the issue there for Benjamin on that gain of 8. 2nd and 2. Two receivers each side. Smith, snap, handoff. Harvey up the gut, met by a host of Eagles.
Should be good enough for the first down.
It's going to be close. Sedu Kanta on the tackle, but that'll be enough for a first down for Cedar Creek. It's a big defensive line there for Edison. We mentioned it a couple times about this broadcast. Two seniors on the edges, Israel Rodriguez and Adekunle Shatu. Defensive tackles, sophomore Sebastian Vera, and junior, as we just called his name, Sedu Kanta.
But Cedar Creek done a nice job on the offensive line. Maybe not moving them, but definitely getting them out of the way.
Smith will swing it out. Benjamin left side, across the 30, 35, flag down as he's pushed out near the 40-yard line.
Yeah, they could see that one. Yep. Just grabbed and it was going by him. And really, the defensive back really couldn't have gotten to the play, but that'll set him back a little bit.
Cedar Creek already backing up that huddle for that holding penalty.
Against the offense, it's a 10-yard penalty. We'll make it 1st and 20.
We're going to replay first down. We mentioned Zaire Pilgrim putting the pads back on. He is jogging on the sideline, but he is still limping around a little bit, a little gimpy on his jog, and he's got looks like his calf taped up.
Yeah, not an ankle calf. Yeah.
Yes, that's definitely one of those nagging injuries for sure. Not much you can do about that other than stretch. Screen play here as Smith tried to dump it off to Harvey. The ball is loose, but that should be incomplete as there was a scrum for the football. It'll be second down and 20 now.
Yeah, they faked the screen out to the right and went with the middle screen, but the defensive line from Edison was able to get the hands in the air and just deflect that enough to make it incomplete.
Harvey was big on the last drive for Cedar Creek, scoring a touchdown to put the Pirates ahead for the first time today, but Edison finally answered, getting their first score since the first quarter. Another Pilgrim update. He's starting to increase his speed on the sideline, but still gipping around a little bit. So we're likely not seeing him for the rest of the night.
Yeah, trainer's definitely been very busy.
Second and 15. Smith dropping straight back, flags down again. Edison pointing towards the Cedar Creek side.
That's got to be a legal motion. Yeah.
That's what we're going to get. Back up again. So the third quarter, that doesn't want to end, is down to 5:29.
Yeah, we had a pretty exciting first half, but this one's dragging on.
It's definitely tightened up here from both sides. We've seen some offense. We've seen a little bit sloppier play after that second quarter. And obviously, a lot of guys going down with some cramp issues on both sides.
I didn't want to mention the cramp word because we've had a few plays with that one, so I didn't want to jinx anything.
Well, they do say the broadcaster jinx is real, but I don't know how real sometimes. We just got to embrace it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Second and 20. Smith, there might have been a miscommunication there as he hands it off to Benjamin left side. Tried to find some space. Didn't really go anywhere. Host of Eagles find him. He might have gotten about a yard.
Yeah, Hickory Smith kind of looked surprised he didn't have the ball there. Benjamin just took it from him. But those are the RPOs that they run sometimes. But not a whole lot going on now.
A little out of sync on this drive right now is Cedar Creek. King High is checking in.
Third and 21.
Out comes Mike Sears. Offensive lineman last year has moved over to tight end. We mentioned him before. He's been key on defense. Their starting middle linebacker here in 2022. Third and 20.
Not a whole lot of plays in the playbook for 3rd and 20.
Now you might want to just try to get a chunk here, then just play the field position game here. Smith, quick throw, dropped. Looking for Aline Parks.
If he didn't come to meet the ball, Edison might have taken that into the end zone. So even though he didn't make the catch, he made a good move to prevent an interception.
And they certainly avoided disaster there. We're still a tie ball game though. 4:27 to go in the third quarter. Best coming on to punt for the Pirates.
He had a tough time punting this direction in the first quarter. The wind has died down a little bit.
Summers is back there to return. He's standing at midfield.
I think they're missing a lineman, maybe? Yeah, they look confused.
They were missing somebody, Cedar Creek was. Joshua Moselle Maldonado checks back in real quick as Best got that one away. It might have been slightly blocked. It's going to flutter, and it's going to bounce the wrong way as Justin Castillo will dive on it for the Pirates, and Edison's going to set up shop at the Pirate 32-yard line.
It's the third punt. I'm not sure how he got off, but at least to gain some yards there. But this direction seems to be a lot harder for him to punt than the other.
That it does, and again, that one might have been slightly tipped there, slightly blocked. But he definitely did not get a good punt off there, if anything. 1st and 10 now for Edison from the 32. Trips to the left for the Eagles. Yasko. Little pop pass right there to Stansbury to the edge, trying to reach for the first down marker. It looks like he might have it. If not, might be just an inch shy. Yeah, those quick hitting plays that you need if you're Edison.
And they ran them early in the game and gotten away from it. Again, I think they have it. The pitch to Stansbury coming soon to the wide side of the field. He's got so much speed.
Looks like he stepped out of bounds a couple yards shy, so it'll be 2nd and 3. Yasko, handoff, left side, Ito. Beg your pardon, that was Parrott. But he'll get the first down for Edison. Edison on the move again.
Yeah, this is looking a lot like the first quarter, where they had a lot of success in almost every play, and they moved Cedar Creek off the ball.
Going up tempo as well. Yasko looking to throw, left side, incomplete. Tight coverage there. Good job by Lee Parks for Cedar Creek.
Almost looked like he might have pushed off there for offensive pass interference, but ball is uncatchable.
Jonathan Bayo, the intended wide receiver for Edison. Second and 10. Yasko, design quarterback run, going to take it himself up the gut, breaks a couple tackles, lowering the shoulder. And he's up to the about the 10-yard line, just shy.
Yeah, he's not a kid that explodes to the line, but he definitely reads the opening and gains good yards almost each time.
They're moving fast, and Yasko going to hang onto it himself once again. And this time looks like he does have enough for a Edison first down.
Brought down by number 55, Manuel Pettiford.
Yeah, nothing fancy in those plays. He's just kind of reading an opening and getting what yards he can get.
On 1st and goal, Yasko going to swing it out to the right side. This is Harvey trying to get to the edge, reaching for the goal line. Is he in? No, he's just shy of the end zone. And now we have an Edison player down near the pylon. And that might be Harvey who just caught that pass.
The number 3, Ricky Harvey.
This one doesn't appear to be cramps.
Yeah, this might be a legitimate injury, but again, far side of the field, tough to tell from this angle at the moment. 2:59 to go in the third quarter, tied at 21.
He's getting up now. Yeah, he exposed himself. He stuck the ball out trying to reach for the pylon, and I think he got hit in the midsection. Maybe knocked the wind out of him.
Yeah, he's bending over again, so he's walking a little gingerly, but you don't see a limp. I think he just got nailed in the ribs, maybe.
Yeah.
And here we go. 2nd and goal. Inside the 5-yard line. Yasko taking himself up the gut, trying to drive. Creek trying to keep him out. Didn't get there. 3rd and goal.
Yeah, no push from the offensive line that time, and there was no hole for him either. Wouldn't be surprised to see him go outside off tackle here.
They certainly have the speed to the outside end.
Yeah.
Trying to see if we have another Cedar Creek player down.
3rd and goal.
We do.
We could be close to setting some kind of record here.
Remember the body bag game? Eagles in Washington?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a little different, though.
A little bit. It's like another down lineman for Cedar Creek.
Yeah, and this definitely looks like a cramp again.
I want to say it's Pettiford. We'll try to check the number for you. Been brutal, though. Rough third quarter on both ends.
Well, the trainers getting their steps in, getting out to all these injured players.
They're certainly earning their salaries.
Yeah. Here he comes.
Back up. Let's see how gingerly he walks off.
It is 55 again, yeah. Bedford.
Yeah, that'll be Pettiford. Second time he's been nailed with the cramp bug. Oh, he is limping, so we'll see if he gets stretched out on the sideline.
Yeah, he did get that ankle taped earlier. We need a pickle juice truck to just drive by, kind of the ice cream truck.
I mean, the boardwalk's got plenty of novelty stores and whatnot.
There you
Novelty
go.
food stores. I mean, might as well start a pickle juice store out here.
I'm gonna have a stand next to your door. Just
So Pettiford's going to gingerly get off the field. Hopefully he's okay. But we got 3rd and goal, though, for Edison. Right near the goal line. Yasko running to the edge. He's going to walk in for a touchdown.
Yeah, they just had him outnumbered on the strong side, actually weak side, the wide side.
So the keeps. That's
Do we have someone down for a knee here for Edison? Oh, he's all right. He's the holder. He's allowed to be down. He got a little paranoid there for a second. But yeah, now that was a dominant drive there by Edison. We haven't seen something like that. They lived on the big play from Strickland earlier. Stansbury. I'm sorry, Stansbury. So this one was more physical drive.
Savio's extra point is good. It's 28-21. Edison back on top.
He might hit one of those windows in the cafeteria over there at school. He definitely puts a charge in that ball.
They got to start putting some netting up over on that end for when Savio's kicking that in that direction. Well, it's Edison's first lead since the 14-7 lead in the second quarter. 2:22 to go in the third quarter. We've had many different chapters to this game tonight. First quarter, all Edison, 14-0. Definitely dominating in the trenches as well. Then Cedar Creek bounced back with the assistance of Darius Benjamin, catching a long touchdown pass, grabbing an interception. And Billy Smith finding Aleem Parks as well for his second touchdown pass of the game.
Yeah, but you got to say Stansbury with that kick return. You know, Cedar Creek had just gained momentum and got the lead. That kick return, all of a sudden it's a short field. They come down. Yeah, we've had the stops and starts for the different reasons, but that kick return was a big play in this game.
And finishing up that game recap, Cedar Creek had the lead 21-14 in this third quarter off a Mekhi Harvey touchdown. As George just mentioned, the kick return from Malcolm Stansbury gave Edison a short field. They quickly tied things up, and after forcing a punt, a bad one too. Two drives in a row with a short field, 30-plus yards. Aleem Parks going back to receive that kickoff, and he dives. I mean, if he was an outfielder, it might have been a nice catch, but that's going to be a touchback.
You don't see that very often, but made a good effort to get to the ball.
I think at that point, they might be trying to get in a spark here, because they have not returned a kick all day.
No.
Laid out for that one, though. Very impressive.
He did.
I don't know if Aleem Parks plays baseball, but they should get him on the baseball team, too.
Seems like Cedar Creek hasn't had the ball forever because of the different stops and the drives. So see if they can regain any kind of rhythm. There's no question Edison has physically taken over this game. So in the second quarter, Cedar Creek won the line. The third quarter, definitely Edison has won the line.
Definitely seen the swings in this game right now. And the pendulum has swung back in the favor of Edison. Smith, play fake, going to his right, dumps one off. That one's caught by Castillo, but he's tackled from behind at the 25-yard line. Sabio with the tackle.
It's a nice first down gain. Not a ton of penetration that time from the defensive line.
And boy, not to cut you off, George, but it looks like Castillo was banged up again, but he was right on the side, so he just rolls over, so we're not going to get a stoppage here, but Castillo is down again. He is banged up. And they're checking the back of his leg.
Wow, I was about to say, it looked like he got over his cramp issues, but I didn't see him down there because he really made a nice athletic play to get into that ball.
Yeah, well, he's already on the sideline, so they're going to check him out. The drive rolls on. 2nd and 5. Smith waiting on it. Takes it. Looking, throws to the right side, caught by Parks. He's going to lunge forward, has the first down across the 35-yard line. That's all you need there, George. A little pitch and catch right there. Methodically move the ball.
I don't know whether the coaches made that read, but you could just see there was a big cushion, runs down 7-yard stop. That's a nice little pass. Gets him a first down, and is that the end of the third quarter?
Now we have a man down for Edison across the field, and boy, this is the third quarter of unluckiness, for lack of a better term, right now. And that is definitely a cramp. You can see he's getting stretched out. We'll see who the player is once he stands up. But either way, these drives are getting halted by all these stoppages, and if Cedar Creek had any type of momentum, you got to wonder if this is going to affect them at all based on this latest stoppage.
Yeah, sometimes you wonder, you see it in college, sometimes the team's going up tempo, you get the guys that go down and maybe not be as honest whether they're having cramps or not. But this time, these kids seem like they're really having a tough time out there.
Sometimes for strategic purposes.
Yeah.
That was Malcolm Stansbury, by the way.
Oh, was it Stansbury?
Yeah, the star for the Edison Eagles. He's their starting corner. He'll check out in the meantime. First and 10 up for Cedar Creek. On the 37. Smith. Waiting on the signals. A couple adjustments here.
They're playing off coverage on Benjamin over there.
Smith will hand it off. That's Harvey. Tried to bounce off a defender, but he goes nowhere. Oh, the ball came out. Edison says they have it. Harvey saying he was down, and it's Edison football. Sabio came out of the pile with the footballs. He sprints back to the sideline. And we talk about that momentum shift.
Yeah, the first turnover for Edison turned into a touchdown for Cedar Creek. This one seemed, it was definitely later in the play development. I thought his forward momentum might have stopped, but there was no question the referee threw the beanbag as soon as he saw it and came in and made the call for Edison.
Senior linebacker Selvin Sabio on the fumble recovery. Edison takes over up by 7 with 30 seconds to go, and now we're going to get a flag.
Selvin Sabio on the fumble recovery.
See the coach being on. It looks like the coach is on the field. Yep.
A lot of arguments down below about whether he was down or not. Officials not having it. So that'll be tacked on to the recovery. A 5-yard penalty. And Edison, once again, George, they're setting up shop at the 33-yard line. This is the third drive in a row they've been inside the Cedar Creek 40-yard line.
Yeah, and their offensive line's getting to the ball quickly. They look fresh now. And see if they just pound it down the field again.
1st and 5 after the penalty. Yasko looking, going down the left sideline, wants Harvey in the end zone. He's got it for the touchdown!
No reason to pound. When you got speed on the perimeter there, that was nicely done. He just laid that ball out for him. He ran underneath it. Single coverage, safety wasn't in the play, so nice easy pitch and catch.
Fantastic pass from Matthew Yasko to Ricky Harvey. It's now 34-21, a 2-score lead for Edison.
Yeah, we've had some quick scores, whether it's after a turnover or even after a kick return. There haven't been a lot of long drives. As you said, the field position for Edison has definitely been in their favor.
Well, that's 3 straight drives for Edison and 3 straight touchdowns, but every drive started inside the Cedar Creek 40-yard line. Story of the third quarter as Sabio nails the extra point. 21 seconds to go in the third quarter. 35-21, Edison on top here.
It seemed like that Cedar Creek taking the lead woke up Edison because, as we said, the kickoff and next play, they take down to the 30, and then they've had nothing but success offense and defensively since after that.
Well, it's gut check time again for Cedar Creek. They trailed 14-0 in the first quarter and managed to score 3 straight touchdowns. Can't say you can't do it again. We'll see, though.
The lights just went on here in the press box. I was like, what's going on? Yeah, no question. You know, you wonder, Cedar Creek wearing out a little bit. They've had the people go in and out with cramps. They are playing a Group 5 school. But they have had some momentum with offense, but each time it gets the one penalty and then some of the cramping issues has held them up. The one thing they haven't gotten a chance to do is return a kickoff.
Aleem Parks tried in the last one. Sabio to kick it away. Parks and Benjamin are back deep to return. This one's angled towards the right side. Now Parks is going to get a chance. A return from the 10-yard line. Head full of steam coming back to the near sideline. Trying to get to the edge, and he trips over his own feet. And he just got just across the 20-yard line. But good coverage there from the Edison kickoff team.
Yeah, a lot of running for not a whole lot of gaining there. He might have been able to just hit up the middle there and then break outside. But, you know, they did get to return one, so at least they have a positive there.
Well, this is not an end of the half situation, so there's only 15 seconds to go in this third quarter. But if you're Cedar Creek, you still have plenty of time here. I wouldn't expect a conservative play call here, though, necessarily. Smith sends Benjamin in motion. And he's going to get the ball. Benjamin gets across the 25-yard line, gain of a few.
Yeah, we haven't called his name a whole lot lately.
No, he was huge in that second quarter. He's been quiet, though, in this second half. As we finally reach the end of the third quarter, a wild one at that. It was 14-14 at halftime, and now Edison with a 35-21 lead over the Cedar Creek Pirates. We'll step aside and take a quick break. You're watching high school football right here on Cape Atlantic League Live.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or out-stuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
Fourth quarter time here at Cary Stadium at Ocean City High School. Nick Costco alongside George McNally. 2nd and 6. Smith looks to the side and over the middle. That one is reeled in. Nice pitch and catch. And look at that.
Oh, there he is.
That is Zaire Pilgrim just entered the game for the first time since the first drive of the ball game.
And he should be a politician. He was lobbying to get back in this game for like the last hour and a half, and finally gave in to him. Big catch.
Yeah, Zaire Pilgrim. He's got his left calf taped up. He's been walking around gingerly ever since that first quarter. First drive of the game, to be specific. But he's back in and caught the slant over the middle for the first down. And who knows? He's not a decoy right now, George. I mean, he could be a factor now. 1st and 10. Pirates trail by 2 scores, though. They had a 21-14 lead. Smith looking, pressure coming, gets away, looking downfield, just elevates one, and that one was a throwaway to the sideline.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. This was the direction in the second quarter where they did stretch the field a little bit. Now, whether it's with the wind or there's something going this way they like better, I think he was looking down the field again that time.
We've already seen a couple comebacks in this game. Cedar Creek trailed 14-0 after the first quarter. Tied it at halftime and, of course, scored to open the third. So they scored 21 unanswered, but it's been 21 unanswered for Edison since. Smith in the shotgun. Harvey is behind him. 2 receivers each side. Smith, handoff Harvey up the gut. Lowering the shoulder across the 45-yard line. Good pickup there. Be 3rd and 5 now.
Yeah, no indecision on that run. He just took the ball and went straight ahead. And he's done it a few times tonight and gets positive yardage each time.
First down marker just across the 50-yard line.
He had Pilgrim and Benjamin on the same side of the field that time. I wonder if they don't try and attack that way again this time.
You see Aleem Parks on the near side for Cedar Creek. Well, with Campfield as well, he split out wide on the near side. Smith back, looking, throws off the fingertips of Campfield. Just mentioned him. He had some space. That would have been a first down had he made the catch, but now it is fourth down from the 45-yard line. And with the way this game's going, George, I mean, you have a lot of time in the fourth quarter, and it's only a two-score game, but I would say this is a time where Cedar Creek has to go for it on fourth down.
Yeah, they might have to win it offensively right now because defensively they seem to have a little less than they had in that second quarter. That second quarter they did a great job. But, you know, with all the cramping issues and just simply being a Group 3 school playing a Group 5 school, wearing down a little bit maybe defensively.
4th and 5 for the Pirates. 10:27 to go in the ball game. They trail by 14. Early movement, and that's Campfield. He went way early, so back-to-back miscues for the freshman.
But it might be the defense at first.
No, they're going to get the false start.
Back him up 5 yards.
He saw the linebacker coming up to the line and just went on his own.
Tough sequence there for the young freshman. They'll have to check out as King Hyde checks in now, the senior.
But a nice job by the coaching going over there and pumping him up. He's a little dejected, but he'll get his chance again.
Fourth and 10. Big moment in this ball game now. Trips to the right. Benjamin is out in the slot. Smith back, looking, throws right side, and it is incomplete. Batted around, was looking for Benjamin, then it was nearly picked off by Stansberry. It's a turnover on downs. Edison takes over, and here comes an opportunity now for the Eagles. Try to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Stansberry, I think, was surprised that ball got to him so quickly, or he might still be running.
Good zip on the ball there from Smith. Now we'll see how aggressive Edison's going to be. This is the 4th consecutive drive, though, where they've started in Cedar Creek territory. They've either started at the 40 or better.
Yeah, they've got a lot working right now. From the quarterback design runs, they're throwing things down the sideline, they're running the ball, so a lot to choose from for them.
Yasko takes it, handoff. Ito, right side, it gets across the 35, dives forward. Good chunk, gain of about 8 on the play.
Here, Ito.
Yeah, now body language, total reversal from early in that third quarter. Cedar Creek looks a little down. And now it appears that Edison's not going up tempo, so they're going to work the clock being up 2 scores.
Gain of 8 on the play. 2nd and
they're definitely slowing things down now. 2nd and 2, under 10 to go in the ball game. Yasko, hands off. Ito, left side, trying to get to the edge, 25, lowering the shoulder across the 20-yard line. My goodness, he just ran a man over. Ito is a force to be reckoned with.
Let him get the edge, and then the speed just took over, and the power, too, to finish that run.
Jamal McClellan on the stop. Trying to stop a runaway freight train right there.
Yeah, that was tough to do.
First down for the Eagles at the 18-yard line, and again, they're going to huddle back up. No huddle offense was in full effect in that third quarter. It's gotten them back into this ball game. It's been a tough battle on both sides.
Yeah, they got their big lineup in there now. They look like they're just going to pound the ball.
And Akunle Shatu, the wingback, big defensive end as well. Yasko is going to keep it himself on the keeper. That designed option play. Give him about 2.
Another helmet's off.
That looks like, yep, that's DeJuan Palmer for the Pirates. He'll have to step out for a play. don't think Justin Castillo's out there either as well for Cedar Creek. Looks like Talbert Woodall, the junior backup outside linebacker, is in for him. Beg your pardon. Castillo is actually out there, but Woodall is in. Yasko, handoff. Ito being hit immediately, but to keep his feet moving, gets forward. And he's near the 10. So they're going to spot him at the 12.
Yeah, he fought through contact and was able to pick up 3 or 4 yards when there wasn't a whole heck of a lot there.
Aiden Jinks, the first one to meet Ito. 3rd down and a long 4 for Edison.
Their huddles are taking longer than a couple of their drives did earlier in this half.
Eating up that game clock, down to 7.5 to go in the ball game. They lead by 14. Yasko fakes it, keeps it, left side, breaks a tackle, still moving, lowers the shoulder near the goal line. He's got the first down, but just shy of the end zone, and he's about a half yard shy.
Yasko keeps it himself.
Again, he's not an explosion runner, but he's got all his weight leaning forward. He keeps his head up and he picks his spots and gains a heck of a lot of yards after contact too.
That's an efficient running quarterback right there, especially a guy who can air it out. Again, last year Matthew Yasko had over 2,200 yards and 20 touchdown passes for the Eagles. 4th year varsity starter for Edison. He's going to keep it. He'll cut up, and he's in for another touchdown. Matthew Yasko has been able to find the end zone quite a bit tonight. It's now a 3-score lead for the Edison Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, the end of the 3rd into the 4th quarter, it's just been Edison's more physical. They take care of the ball, be physical. Tough to lose games that way. No penalties. The big turnover there by Cedar Creek made things a little bit more of an uphill climb for them. But just the bigger, stronger team right now is taking over.
3rd rushing touchdown of the evening for Matthew Yasko. Savio's extra point is good. That one's heading for the boardwalk.
I thought it might go in the ocean. I agree.
42-21. Edison on top with 6:45 to play in this game. And now it's do or die time for Cedar Creek.
Yeah, you know, they have to be aggressive. I mean, it's not like they can take a whole lot of time in trying to score here. So you would assume they're going to air it out, spread things out. Pilgrim's back in the game. Maybe they try to get him the ball a little bit, although he doesn't have his normal stride. But, yeah, they got to go now. There's not a whole lot of time for them to play around.
Yeah, time to air it back out. And if Zaire Pilgrim is going to be good for the rest of the ball game, might try to use him. They already found him again on that last drive. But since that 2nd quarter and early 3rd quarter stretch, it's been tough for Cedar Creek to find their offense.
Yeah, but I know the game's not over, but you look back at it, that 2nd quarter, beginning of 3rd, you look and say, hey, this is one of the better teams in the state. We were beating them. We did what we wanted to do, and you can build on that for a young team. For Edison, they bounced back. You know, they lose the lead. They didn't put their heads down. They came back with the good kick return, and then physically have dominated from there.
It's the name of the game. Veteran group back here in 2022 for Edison. Trying to improve upon last year's semifinal loss. It's with Darius Benjamin. Muffed the kickoff there, but he picks it up now. He's going to get a chance to return, but he's got to use his speed, and Benjamin's going to be tracked down from behind at the 15-yard line. Good kick coverage there from Edison once again. Isaiah Rego with the tackle.
Yeah, you see the difference in the kick return style. When Stansbury got that ball, he hit upfield and found the opening and got to the sideline. Seems like Cedar Creek spends a lot of time running side to side, and the athletes from Edison are able to shut things off.
I don't think it helps here that Savio's been able to put most of these kickoffs over their head anyway. So you're making these over the basket catches or over the head catches.
That's true. A lot of field to run.
That's right. Well, Zaire Pilgrim, injury update, is back in again for the second straight drive. Running a little gingerly, but he's going to be split out wide to the far side of the field. It's the top of your screen. Smith in the shotgun. Takes it, drops straight back, looks, fires, caught by Benjamin. But he'll get about a yard on the play. Edison snuffed that one out.
Yeah, that's the play they ran in the second quarter where everyone paid too much attention to Benjamin and they were able to hit for the touchdown.
It looked like Ito made the tackle there for Edison, and he walked off gingerly as well.
Almost.
And he almost got to the sideline, as you just mentioned, George. He did not quite make it to the sideline, so we're going to get a quick stoppage. 6:11 to go here in the fourth quarter. Sun is setting here in Ocean City, and it's setting on Cedar Creek's chances in this ball game. Only half a quarter to go, and they trail by 3 scores. And again, we've seen them score in a hurry. You never say never in these situations, but they have certainly lost all momentum. 28 unanswered points for Edison. It's nothing against the kids' health, but I always wonder if you're that close to the sideline, are the trainers legally allowed to actually just drag them off
I didn't want to say it. I was wondering myself. I didn't want to say anything.
He hopped off. Hopefully he's okay. Of course we mean Will. Smith swings one out. Benjamin trying to get into the open space. Breaks one tackle, breaks another one, and he's going to be tackled by a host of Eagle defenders. Stansberry in on the stop with some teammates. Really nowhere for Benjamin to go after a bit right there.
Yeah, but he fought. I mean, he took on just about everyone on the team that tried to come and get him. So, again, a lot to build on here for Cedar Creek.
Smith on 3rd and 4. Throws to the right side over the head of Pilgrim. 4th down.
4th and 4.
We've seen some positives out of Cedar Creek, as you mentioned before, George. The offense is there. There are some playmakers on this team. Obviously, the injury to Pilgrim certainly didn't help things in terms of their weapons, but they have a playmaker in sophomore Darius Benjamin, that's for sure, and Mekhi Harvey. And showing off his skill as well, finally being thrust into the starting running back role.
And the line. I mean, that second quarter and beginning of third quarter, both the offensive defensive line did a really, really nice job. Now, you can even see they're having a tough time getting the line now. They just wore down, but a lot of positives. Cedar Creek's not done, that's for certain.
Only one senior among the starting offensive linemen. Here's Smith on 4th down, flushed out of the pocket, gets away, looking down the field, and he pumps in, then he's going to be run out of bounds. That's technically going to be a sack, run out by Sabio and a bunch of others for Edison. It'll be a turnover on downs. We'll flip the field again.
Sabio, pressure on the play.
Edison takes over, 5:26 to go, 21-point lead. You mentioned the offensive line, George, we were just talking about for Cedar Creek. Only one senior. Dan Bellema, the left guard. Everybody else, a sophomore or junior. Mandel Pettifer, we mentioned a lot on defense tonight. He's at left tackle. Cody Harris, the junior center. And Randy Bean and Nate Tunnett at right guard and right tackle, respectively, both juniors. I mean, they do have some size to them, though. Everyone's at least 6 foot and at least 225 pounds.
Yeah, and it's not like they're losing to a bad team. This is a talented team. They're a good team, experienced team, and they played them really, really tough.
Well, now Edison looking for the exclamation point on this one. We have to mention this is the 5th straight drive where they've started in Cedar Creek territory, and they're just outside the red zone. Yasko hands off to Parrott up the gut, tackled by Pettiford, among others.
Yeah, I'd be really surprised if Edison puts the ball in the air. This is going to be run some more.
That's right. You can only get so many first downs as well, so they're never going to drain the play clock down as well, and at least enjoy the give or take 2-hour bus ride home.
I was about to say, this makes that bus ride home a lot better.
Yeah, it does. As we mentioned a couple times during this broadcast, Edison played in the South Jersey Group 5 sectional playoff bracket in 2021. Got to the semifinals, fell short to Toms River North. Yasko hands off Parrott up the gut, hit immediately, tries to reach forward for some extra yardage. Come here, Cooper Brown, first one in on the stop there for Cedar Creek. A little under 4.5 to go in the ball game. 3rd down come up for the Eagles.
Gain of 3 on the play. 3rd and 3.
Oh, 4.5 minutes left. 3rd and 3. I don't know. They might throw the ball here.
Nothing will surprise me at this point. We've seen some wacky things in this game today. Final game of the 2022 Battle at the Beach here in Ocean City, Cary Stadium.
A lot of room out there to the left.
Yasko hands off Parrott. He'll stay within the tackle box. I don't think he got enough for the first down there. Just short. Be 4th down. Clock still ticking.
You probably kick the field goal here.
I would say Yasko's going over the side looking for another play call. They're about 2 yards shy of the first down, I'd say. Maybe one more run, get a first down, and then you start sitting on the ball there. Ideally for Edison, if they want to play ball control, they try to get a first down and not cross the 10-yard line.
No, true.
But obviously out there, I don't think they're thinking too much. They're just trying to. They see opposing jersey, block, or if you have the ball, just run forward.
Yeah. You just wonder if they want to get their kicker experience in the game, having to kick a field goal. But like we've said, he's done a tremendous job tonight. So they're taking the time out. I wouldn't be shocked if they send a field goal group out here.
Edison calls timeout. This time we can remind all the fans and attendants.
The only thing they have left to work on tonight is that they've gotten a chance to do everything early in the season. Not only get the win, but work on a lot of different things. And it does appear they are bringing out the field goal.
Hey,
give Selvin Savio a chance to boot an actual field goal, an actual point. Yeah,
I agree. Which is about a 32-yarder, 31.
Yeah, this will be a 31-yarder for Savio, as that ball is going to be spotted down to the 21. Once it's snapped back to the holder. Michael Strachan to hold. 31-yard attempt for Selvin Savio. Snap, hold, kick is on the way, and it is no good. Miss it to the left.
Really?
One time tonight, George, he did not get a solid boot on the ball, and he hooked it left.
Wow.
So Cedar Creek takes over on downs with 2:53 to go. We'll see what they can do on offense to at least end the night. Maybe end on a positive note. Billy Smith coming back out there for the Pirates. So the Stars are going to get one last shot here, try to get some additional points on the board, close that gap a little bit.
Three wide receiver set this time. No, 4. There's the 4. Didn't see it.
Trips to the left.
Yeah.
1st and 10. Smith pump fakes, and the handoff goes to Harvey on a draw, and he gets spun down near the 25-yard line.
He's had a nice game, Harvey. He's run hard.
He has. He has scored as well. His first touchdown of the season. He had 4 last year, so I would expect a lot more for the senior running back here in 2022. Some early movement. Parks went early. Looks like Smith was trying that hard count on 2nd and 5, and we're going to get a false start on Cedar Creek, so back them up. Well, we have this little break in the action. If you are planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. Halliday Leonard will consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Halliday Leonard at 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or phone them at 398-5737. Halliday Leonard will help you make your dream home a reality. Smith looking, airing one downfield in the area of Parks. He tries to reach out for it. It's incomplete. Fought through double coverage, and if he just had another extra step right there, George might be able to reel that one in.
It looked like he almost stopped, and that happens a lot with the receivers. They turn their head, sometimes they stop their feet. If he would have kept running through that, again, a little bit of a tough angle from the safety there from Edison. He might have run onto that ball like we had the touchdown early from Benjamin.
3rd and 11 for Cedar Creek. 2:10 to go in the ball game. Winning teams know that the key to success is getting the job done right the first time. For over 100 years, Calvi Electric has applied that philosophy to their business to offer an unparalleled level of electrical expertise and service to every single customer. Now you can bring Calvi's expertise into your home for electrical problems or improvements. As Smith rolls to his right, looking to throw downfield, he is going to be brought down and sacked. Ball did not come out there and help him up real quick. Smith coming up a little bit gingerly. There'll be 4th down and long for Cedar Creek, and they're going to send the punting unit out with Matt Best.
I think that was Savio with the sack there.
Selvin Savio having one heck of a game, kicking the ball and also tackling a lot of guys as well. Be sure to call Cali Electric as a part of your winning team as well. Call 609-345-0151 or visit calielectric.com.
Number 16, Aiden Woomer, due to return.
Aiden Woomer is actually going to return the kick now, so it looks like the night is done for Stansberry as the primary punt returner. Down to 120 and counting in this ball game. Going to try to drain some more clock and punt this one away. And then we can expect victory formation from Edison. Best gets it. Punts one. Woomer muffed it. Popped it up in the air. Somehow corralled the football, and he'll be dropped at the 30-yard line. Close call right there.
Yeah, just pop that up in the air for someone to go take.
Bit of a hot potato right there. 1:02 to go in the ball game, and out comes the Edison offense one final time for victory formation to put the cap on this one. And the Eagles can go home, back up to Central Jersey, a happy squad. Malcolm Stansberry hitting the gritty on his way back over to the field. Matthew Yasko, the senior quarterback, shaking the hands of all his offensive linemen and his fellow teammates on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I was wondering why Stansberry was coming on the field, but now I see he's there in victory formation.
Yasko comes under center, takes the knee. Presumably we're going to need one more, so we will wait on that one. Interesting game, though, George. We had a weird one to start. Cedar Creek battled back, and I thought at least for the teams down here, they cannot underestimate Cedar Creek.
No, I wouldn't think so. It actually seemed like it was 2 games because we had the first half, which was good football back and forth. Then we had all the cramping, and the second half went so slow. But the beginning of the third quarter, Cedar Creek jumps out defensively, scores a quick touchdown. Then we had the kick return, and then we had all the stops and starts. But as I said, just the physical power and strength and size of Edison definitely paid off. Not to mention the speed and skill, and they're well coached, but they just simply pushed around the Cedar Creek kids at the end of the third quarter into the fourth.
One final knee there for Matthew Yasko, probably our game MVP here tonight in the final game of the Battle of the Beach, responsible for 4 touchdowns tonight. Aired it out quite well, but that's going to do it here at Cary Stadium. 42-21, Edison takes down South Jersey Power Cedar Creek in the final game of the 2022 Battle at the Beach. Head coach Matthew Foam getting the Gatorade bath as the Eagles can go home happy. Cedar Creek starts the season off 0 since 2020. Hard to believe, but as we said before, George, hard-fought game, seesaw affair, 14-0 lead for Edison. Cedar Creek battled back, led 21-14, but after the early parts of the third quarter, it was just all Edison in the end.
Yeah, the one turnover kind of got the scoring going a little bit more for Edison. But yeah, they're a good team, experienced team. I don't think Cedar Creek can walk away with their head down for this. They did compete, and they did a lot of nice things. And as you said, I think South Jersey's going to hear from them.
Yeah, no doubt, young team, but you cannot underestimate Cedar Creek. A veteran team, though, in Edison. They could be a force in Group 5 here in 2022. That's going to do it for us. A couple thank yous to give out to our entire production crew the entire weekend here at Battle at the Beach. Big shout out to Billy as well for producing pretty much every game this weekend as well, and including the finale here this weekend as well. For my broadcast partner, George McNally, I am Nick Costco saying so long. Once again, Edison wins this one over Cedar Creek 42-21. You've been watching high school football Battle at the Beach here on Cape Atlantic League Live.